Internet friends, and welcome to Quests and Chaos plays not Waterdeep this time.
What?
We're playing Call of Cthulhu. This is a special one-shot. I'm pinch hitting, and I'm so excited to be playing with this great cast. Can I say cast? That sounds kind of pretentious.
Yeah, you can.
It's a little pretentious.
And
You're a little pretentious.
well, so am I.
Apparently the cast is split on this decision.
Well, we'll roll for it.
Acquaintances.
Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your subscribing. Just a quick reminder, you can subscribe to everything Quests and Chaos does on Twitch Prime. If you do, you'll be our best friend. On YouTube, you can find, not his best friend, everybody else's. I don't have many friends, so I'll take what I can get.
So all of them are best?
You can find all of our board games and all of our RPGs on YouTube, which is a site many people enjoy. I'm a fan. I love it when people point out all the rules I get wrong.
Oh man, that's a thing.
That's how we grow. That's how we get better.
I am growing a lot. Sadly, I'm no longer growing, I'm expanding. It's a difference. And exciting, if we get more than 60 concurrent viewers, we're going to give away a D&D starter kit. Because what says Call of Cthulhu more than giving away a D&D starter kit? Because if you're playing D&D, roll Sanity. All right. So we're going to get right into it because we want to.
I feel attacked.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So we want to dive right in. I'm just going to let you introduce yourself and then introduce your character. Let's start with Aaron.
Wait, Aaron.
Yeah, sure. Go where you want to go.
All right, well, I'm Aaron, and I'm playing Knox Fant Pants. He's a cool guy.
Of the Cincinnati Fant
Of the
Pants.
Cincinnati Fant Pants, with some Brooklyn somewhere in there, but mainly Cincinnati. And he's a writer, and he's pretty cool. He seems like a pretty cool guy. He's pretty afraid of some stuff, and he's got some things to think about.
Well,
but, we'll get into that.
I mean, there's plenty of reasons to be afraid around here.
Oh yeah. Wait, what? Sweat drop.
I'm Tiana, and I'm playing Wilhelmina Fell.
The daughter.
Was she okay when she fell?
No. It stung a bit when she landed.
Yeah. That's
She's
smart.
tiny bit. She is a doctor, and I'm not sure how much you want me to say about the situation.
I think we're good.
All right.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm playing Remy the Fox.
Yes. Damn it.
It's a crossover episode.
We're doing a CW event.
I'm Bo Christian Williams, and I'll be playing Dick Richards, private investigator, extraordinaire.
See.
Take
See. Looking forward to it.
I look forward to saying Dick many times.
That's right. I'm playing Dick the Dick.
Yep.
In fact, I'm playing Dick Richards the Dick.
Triple
I'm
Dick.
Warren, real life Dick, playing
Can confirm.
Learning.
Thirded.
Jasper Joyce Cleveland, wealthy financier.
I like it.
Nice.
I like the brandy sniff. Yeah, everywhere he goes, there's smoking jacket.
Right?
Brandy in a wine glass. Brandy, yes.
So, Call of Cthulhu is a game of unknowable mysteries. And so these four investigators, these four characters, are on the doorway of the house of Thomas Fell. Thomas Fell has a relationship to each of them. He's your father, he's your friend, he's a coworker slash
He's a guy, see.
And he owes you a lot of money.
Oh.
It's a considerable sum.
Well, look at that. We've already got 500 bits from Ren Camo.
Hey!
Wow.
Thank you, Peter.
Wow. Was that with Cthulhu language? I like it.
No, it's Japanese.
How is that going to be
that's
used
Eli.
here?
Sounds like
We're
deep
going to
speech
use
to me.
every 500
enough.
bits is going to give one of these characters, and you guys can use it as a pool, an advantage die. And an advantage die, very much
Help
like
us over
D&D.
there.
We can't.
Well, no, it's only for me. I get to.
I am short. I cannot reach.
And an advantage die is going to let them add
There we go.
an extra percentile to their die. So Call of Cthulhu's all percentiles. Everybody here has a character sheet with skills on them and stats, and everything's a percentile, 1 to 100. If I ask for a roll, they're going to roll their percentile dice. They want to get under their skill. So in the beginning, as we start rolling, we'll talk about, they'll say my skill's 40, I rolled a 99, something blows up. All right. First thing we're going to do
This group, probably.
is we're going to find out how lucky you are. Luck is a very important thing. So everybody roll percents. You missed, damn it! You have fumbled. You
Wow.
have fumbled your luck.
Wow.
Son of a...
That would
is
have been a 97.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Now it's a 7, right?
Now it's a 30.
30, all right. So that was a 67-point fumble.
Are you sure it's a 30? I don't know.
Not a fumble.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's a 30, isn't it?
No, it's
Welcome to Remedial Dice Reading.
It's okay.
It's a 30.
All right, so circle a 30 on your luck.
71, see.
All right, not so
Damn.
sane, but
That's
very
right.
lucky.
That's
27.
27.
38.
All right, low lucks, I like it.
Oh, good.
I'm glad you
Oh,
like
I'm sorry. No, that's 17.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's...
Extremely low lucks. Well, I don't have to worry about people spending tons of luck. That's great.
read dice, guys.
We're not used to percentiles.
That's right.
What's this 2 dice bullshit?
That's right. Yeah, but somehow you can add up 18d6 in no
lost my
time at all.
I did.
38.
I had a lot of practice doing adding up sheets as a child.
All right, so you are standing in front of the door of the house of Thomas Fell. It's a pretty standard, not super fancy, 2-story old Victorian. We're in 1926 in Cincinnati, Ohio. You have all come here to find where Thomas Fell is. He's been gone for... no one's heard from him in probably a week. You all have different reasons for doing that. As much as you want to tell our streamers as we're talking, you can sort of put that out there of your motives. Your motives can also be your own. That's up to you. But I'm going to ask each of you one question about your relationship to him, just for my own purposes. And I'm going to start with the hammer here. Was Thomas Fell a good father?
He was an absent father. He was good in his way, but his obsessions led him around the world and was not around very often.
Okay. Was Thomas Fell someone you could trust?
Yeah, you could trust him. You could trust him with your secrets, but you just didn't want to keep any of his, personally.
Interesting.
Unless he really trusted you.
Did he trust you with secrets?
One of the few.
All right. Why did you give this man so much money?
Well, when I go to get these artifacts that I like to drape around my house, I don't purchase them at auction myself. See, that significantly ups the price when you're the buyer and you're the richest man in the city. So you usually get some low-rent runaround to do your bidding. He was pretty reliable until he ran off with my money.
To do your bidding. Well done. All right.
Don't touch me.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
This guy's great.
Do you trust Thomas Fell?
I trust Thomas Fell about as much as I trust a dame with pearls.
So is that a yes or a no?
I can't tell.
Correct.
All right. All right. Thank you. So you're standing in front of the door. It is, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a streetcar going down the road behind you.
Is it named Desire?
No. Weirdly, it's named Chuck.
Chuck Desire.
The theater jokes, we had to make them.
The house is quiet. The house is dark.
Is it locked?
You have a key.
I mean, I would assume. Did we all know that everyone else was coming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've all sort of made this plan because Knox contacted the PI and the PI was like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go in. He said, to get in, we're going to need the key. And you knew Knox and you're like, if they're going in, I'm going to be there because I've got money on this.
No.
All right.
Open the door.
It's definitely a PI job, right, to open the door. I kind of paid you to open
Or, the person with the key?
Oh, I'm so sorry, yeah.
Perhaps?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe.
And I didn't hear a please anywhere in that sentence.
This is why I don't come down to these neighborhoods.
I mean, you could just stay out here. That's perfectly fine by me.
Or I could buy the property and open it myself.
Oh,
but
please,
this is
go
easier.
ahead. Go
Please
ahead.
open the door.
Thank you. And I unlock the door and open it.
All right. So it's a hallway. There's a stairway up and there's a stairway down. You grew up in this house, so you know that on this floor there's a kitchen, a dining room, and a lounge, a living room / lounge. And on the upstairs, there's a master bedroom, a bathroom, and a den. And downstairs is the cellar.
Okay.
You grew up in this hovel.
Yes, I grew up in this house.
It is silent inside. There's not a sound.
All right. Well, what you said it was about 2 in the afternoon.
Actually, everybody make me a listen roll. Let's make our first roll.
Oh, boy.
So you're going to look at your listen skill. Just give me a thumbs up if you make the roll, a thumbs down if you don't. And don't forget, if you roll half your skill, that's a hard success. And if you roll a fifth of your skill, that's an extreme success.
So
An extreme success for me is an 8.
Yes.
I rolled a 3.
Nice. All right, so a major league success here. Didn't make it.
Did not make it.
Still reading dice.
Everyone
Not
shut
make it.
up,
All right, so
please.
somehow between judging you all, you managed to hear. I wonder if you'd know this noise. It sounds like the sound of wood straining. There's like a, you know that sound when like you have an upstairs neighbor
Yes.
and they're like standing in a spot and you hear a kind of thing. It's like that, but it doesn't sound like a person. I don't want to give that, but there's.
I caught a noise upstairs. I never fancied you someone to hide from your debts, Thomas.
There is no response, and you guys don't hear it. There's no like scamper off or anything like that.
I go upstairs in that direction.
All right,
He's
so
most certain.
he's heading right upstairs.
he may or may not be. I haven't heard from him in some time.
Am I the only one going
Is
up?
anybody else following him?
I'll
upstairs?
go with
I'm gonna
him.
follow
All right,
as well.
so you are the first one upstairs. When you come upstairs, you are immediately struck by a bizarre sight. You would come upstairs. There would be a hallway, master bedroom that the hallway would open up on the den and the bathroom. The master bedroom, the wall is gone. So where you would normally have a plastered wall on the left, there's nothing. It's just the structure of the house, and you can see where the master bedroom would be is a tree and a stone dirt floor.
Oh, interesting configuration. I've seen
Make me
this
a
once
sanity
in
roll.
Paris.
Make me a
As he's about to.
That's a 1.
That's a
Oh, one. Yeah, you have seen this. Yeah,
You are fine.
You had no idea that Thomas Fell was so avant-garde architecturally.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Thomas.
This is not your father's master bedroom.
No. That's new.
Is this where your father slept?
Well,
It's a fully grown tree, my dear.
Look at that, a regular dick.
well, you'd know.
More ways than one.
He's 4 ways a dick.
Lord of mercy. This is not normal. This is not how my father's bedroom was.
When was the last time you saw him?
A week ago.
Insight check. No.
I'm not lying.
Make me an intelligence roll. So your
Oh,
intelligence is a percentile just like your skills.
Okay, let me find
Oh, there
it
it is.
here.
It's on
Yes,
your
there it
stat
is.
block up top.
Oh, yes, okay.
Intelligence.
CD4. 76.
No?
No.
Okay. Maybe there's something in his mailbox. Who knows? Maybe you turn into like PI thinking. You're like, okay, maybe there's something. Maybe you start looking for very terrestrial clues.
All right.
You know, the who, what, the when, the where, the why.
Yes.
I gave you more money than you could hide, my dear, but still, I'm gonna do a spot hidden.
Make a roll, sure. Feel free to offer me a roll anytime
There
you
you
want.
go.
Yes.
So 25 is hard success?
Yes.
I got
Sweet.
29.
Oh, nice. Okay. So if we were playing a campaign or something, when you make a skill check, you'll notice there's a little box next to each skill. You check off that box because that's Cthulhu's character advancement. As you play, at the end of a session, you'd roll to advance those skills.
Oh.
This is a short one shot.
That's good to know, though.
That would not come up here. So you made that very well. You notice a few things about the tree that are very weird, and that is that the tree. Trees can't grow. There's no pot. There's no like preparation for this. This is just a huge tree in the middle of this room with about, you figure, a foot of topsoil from somewhere else, and the walls, so the wall facing the hallway is gone, but the rest of the walls of the master bedroom are intact, and they have like pictures hanging on them. But what you notice with that great roll is that along the wall, on little shelves, wherever you could put them, are little artifacts that you recognize as like pre-Columbian artifacts and things like that seem to have been put in very specific places.
Very interesting, Thomas. This entire setup from your bedroom to your wall is just inspired. I don't know. Are you very familiar? You look like a very worldly chap, yeah. Do you know what these are? Obviously you do. You seem very learned. Let me tell you about them, sir. And I let them know.
Yeah, he proceeds to do a gallery walk. As he leads
one
you
here.
through. He's just like,
I'm still looking around.
Yeah, you're
and
just the
seeing
facts.
I want to take everything in.
yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say I'm just invested in what he's saying, and I'm probably writing it down.
totally. You're still a little bit in shock because
I mean,
this house is not what you
no.
remembered as.
Things are a
anymore.
little different.
Interesting. Well, I mean, it won't cover my full costs, but I can repossess some of these artifacts, yes.
An awfully large tree for no roots.
It's an awfully large tree to be on the second floor of a building.
I didn't even realize that, dear.
Don't call me dear.
Where is your husband?
I don't have one.
So the other thing that you can see through the wall is Thomas's den. And his den is wall-to-wall bookcases, and it is 100% intact.
I'll investigate the books.
All right,
Take a look at it.
Make me a library use roll.
Goodness gracious, 49 failing.
All right, well, but you start to get a sense of sort of what he was looking at, and the thing that you do notice is there's a book on the chair there. Presumably this was the last book he was looking at, and it's a book. It's an atlas of South America, and he was drawing points. He was circling points in the Andes Mountains in Peru, around there.
Looks
And-
like he was planning a trip.
Might have been. He did a lot of those.
So many of those artifacts are from that area.
Okay. This makes sense. See, I did not send Thomas to do any purchasing, but I sent him on an expedition. He brought back an obelisk of some kind from Peru, and I wanted one for myself, but he wouldn't sell it to me.
After everything that you did for him?
I afforded him the opportunity to put a tree in his house, and does he repay me? Runs off with my money. So I sent him back with some of my funds to get some more. He should be back by now. He's clearly decorated his house with more wares that he's probably spent my money on.
Everybody make me a spot hidden roll.
Oh boy.
There it is.
Damn, just
If
over.
you got it, give me a thumbs up. All right. So you're, as he's
damn.
talking about the perceived slights and that sort of thing, you're still in just the
You
facts
got
mode.
a-
And
He got a hard success.
Oh, so did
sweet.
I. I mean, like,
Great. Yeah,
I
you're
got a
both-
9.
it's perfect.
You both rolled
So-
9. That's hilarious.
Oh my god,
So-
we did it!
You notice a photo, a recent photo of Thomas Fell and 4 gentlemen. And let's see, it's 4 gentlemen. Are they anywhere specific? They're standing in the living room. You recognize it as the living room downstairs, but there are strange rocks everywhere in the living room.
Have I seen these rocks before?
You have never seen those.
Okay.
So wait, we're looking at a photo?
It's a photo taken down that she tells you was taken downstairs of this house, but there are in the photo there are all these strange rocks. You
Pause.
yeah, no.
Do I recognize the men in the photo?
Oh, interesting. You don't. But you knew that he had hired some people.
Okay.
He hired some staff. You find his checkbook. And you find that he has been writing large checks to buy expeditionary gear, plane tickets, a shotgun, and he has converted over $2,000 into various South American currencies. And there's an envelope next to his checkbook that has however much in Peruvian currency, and
I didn't know that was happening prior.
you did not.
Okay, cool. I'm just pretty shocked by it.
Yes.
Sorry, how much money was that? $1,000?
$2,000, which in 1926
Wow.
is not insignificant. And you also notice in his checkbook that recently his accounts have been bolstered by a ridiculous amount of money.
Okay.
So you now know how much he has funding this thing by, and it is substantial. Substantial money.
Just kind of darting my eyes back. Checkbook and you.
What did you find over there?
Nothing really. Nothing that it looks like some old paper, but I should probably give it to the PI. See what he thinks about it first.
Let's have a
before I-
look, see?
Yeah, you take it. Only don't.
When you lift up the checkbook, there are 5 plane tickets to Peru.
Okay.
Nothing of any worth, huh?
Just some
Well,
plane tickets and
And the Peruvian money in an envelope.
And yeah,
Interesting.
Wait a minute.
money and.
So there were 5 guys in that photo, and there's 5 plane tickets.
Let me see the photo.
Buy it.
so you recognize the 4. Those are the 4. Those are the 4 guys he hired.
These are the gentlemen that went with him on the expedition, yeah.
I see.
I don't recognize them as any friends of his. You know?
Did they have another expedition planned?
He hadn't left. I mean, as far as you know, he hadn't left yet.
Yeah.
Ah.
These are probably the people he took with on the first one.
And the plane tickets are still here.
Plane
Yeah.
tickets are here. All the cash is here. Look
How
at that.
much cash?
About
2,000. 2,000.
It's in various South American currencies.
Yeah.
And
the check-
can I verify this?
Well, that won't spend here.
Do I feel weird?
I'm taking account of the numbers on the checkbook and everything.
Yes, sir.
I can tell you about them.
I need to verify this. You know this money belongs to me. Please don't make me.
Just don't do
Of
anything crazy.
course. I don't even open it. I just put it.
All right. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of good that'll do you here.
We'll get that. We'll talk about that later.
So you can spend some time like looking through the books and stuff.
Okay.
You'll find there are most of the books have to do with South American history or architecture, although there's also a collection of books anywhere there were large monuments made, so like the pyramids or large sort of constructs, Stonehenge. There are books about that sort of thing.
Okay.
And you all learn the word stellai, which is this weird. It is a word for sort of a rock spire
Huh.
with things carved in it. He was very into stellai.
He was very into Stella.
Apparently so.
Classic Thomas.
And like a man who was into Stellai, he was into Stellai.
I was waiting for the streetcar joke. Stellai.
Nope. I've already made the streetcar joke.
That's good.
You have lived in this house, and so you sort of accept everything. You have a very analytical mind. You're pretty sure the floor plan of this house means this room is not as big as it should be.
Oh.
And so you are just sort of, this is how it's always been.
Yeah.
As you were a child. So you don't see it with an uncritical eye. But because of your kind of mathematical nature.
We're going to search around for
Yeah.
any entrances or something that will lead to a larger portion.
Sure.
Or another portion of the room.
So I'm gonna give you an advantage die for this. So you're gonna roll two of the hundreds dies and take the better one.
All right, here we go.
So you can just roll yours twice.
Yes. So that's 82.
Well, now keep the 2
Okay.
and roll the 10s again.
Hey.
So you're only rolling the 10s.
Okay.
So
here we go.
82,
42.
much better. So with a 42, sure, you find a latch, and one of the bookshelves actually swings out.
Okay, but I don't reveal it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you found a latch.
Yes, I found a latch.
All you guys see is he's looking very closely at all of the bookcases.
What are you looking for, Mr. Richards?
He's obviously not reading.
He's getting my money.
Please, doll, call me Dick. Or Dick Richards.
Call me Mina, and I'll call you Dick. How's that?
Sounds good, doll.
Don't call me doll.
So you've been sort of looking at that photo this whole time. Like, Is that what your living room looks like now?
Should I words. I'll go down and have a look at the living room, see if any of that stuff is still down
Does
there.
anybody else want to go downstairs?
I will go downstairs and do a spot hidden.
Yeah.
I'm going
right.
to continue investigating in here.
All right, all right.
PI.
So we're gonna. So you two downstairs. You come down the stairs. You take a left. None of the walls are gone in this floor.
Okay.
But where the kitchen should be, there are just rock formations, and these rocks are
Stelae?
not. They're not. They're not. Do any of you have geology? Probably not. But
No.
Anybody have art history or art?
I have art.
Yeah. Okay. So you can make an art roll.
I have a percentage, but no numbers.
Oh, what is your? Oh, then you just have the base. Yeah, but so you don't recognize this rock. It doesn't. It's clearly not where. But it looks. It doesn't look like these were placed here. It doesn't look like. It doesn't look like this is a rock garden or something.
Right.
These look like they grew.
Can I kind of poke one with
Sure.
a pencil?
Yeah, it is very substantial. It is covered with a little dust when you cover it with a pencil, so they've been here a while.
Okay.
What an interesting chap. Thomas, you surprise me.
This used to be the kitchen.
Yeah.
So there's no table, there's no fridge.
There's no food.
Both of you that are here, make me a spot hidden roll.
Oh boy.
Is the tree above us now?
Yes.
Oh Lord of
And
mercy.
that creaking noise is still a little.
Well, we're walking around up there, so.
Another 29.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a 99.
That's
that's a hard
success
fail.
for you?
25 is a
Okay,
hard
so that's
success.
close enough. There
I am
is
not doing well on my rolls today.
in one of the
feel that.
corners. There is. You don't know why
used
your
all
eye
your
is
luck
drawn to it.
yesterday.
Maybe color, something. There is a small amount of blood that is relatively fresh.
What did you find?
In the corner. Mr. Guy with a gun. We need you.
So well,
Guy with a gun.
I'm still with
So
him.
I currently have my hand on my gun.
Right.
That's here.
so we'll flash upstairs
Yes.
quickly.
And I go, say there, Knox.
Yeah.
Why
PI.
don't you come here? I found a latch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Why don't you give it a turn?
Sure. Guess what I'm paying you for? You're doing great. And I
All right, yeah. So a bookcase turns out, and there is a walk-in closet, basically, of unfinished room. It is not this is not like a secret office or anything like that. It is one wall is the exposed outer wall of the house. So there's no insulation. So it's not chilly, but it's definitely not that great. There's just one naked light bulb hanging down with the metal cord, and there are a small stack of books
Oh.
and a wooden desk and pictures of his family on the desk. So there's a picture of Wilhelmina and a picture of his younger son. And on the table, open, is a book that seems to be handwritten.
I think I'll go for the handwritten.
Yeah, it is his diary.
What
So-
do you got there?
As you say that, you hear a voice going, Mr. Guy with a gun, please come here.
I think he means me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, why wouldn't
Why don't you bring that with you?
Yeah. There's plenty of other stuff in this room to grab too. So sure, we can make use of anything.
It's like carpet bag.
Have a look at them books and then let me know. And I head out.
All right, he leaves you alone
Sweet.
in a room full of scary books. All right, we'll get back to you in a second.
I like it.
These books
Best
are
place to be in Cthulhu. All right, so you call for him. You see that he is pointing to a tiny amount of blood.
Okay.
You don't need to make a roll or anything. The blood it's not fresh, but it's not dried,
Okay.
which is weird because the rocks have a patina of dust over them.
Yeah.
So it seems like there's the juxtaposition of the blood seems fairly fresh, but the rocks seem like they've been somewhere for a really long time.
Somewhere, yes.
I come down.
And I'm over crouching next to the blood, just sort of looking at it.
Yeah. You come down and you see the doctor is looking at a point on the floor, which now you can clearly see has a small amount of blood.
I kind of push him out of the way.
All right.
Like, let me through.
Whatever.
What do you got, doll?
Clean that.
Blood. And
We
it's
all got blood.
blood on the outside where it doesn't quite belong.
Indeed.
And it's not completely fresh, but it's not old either. And that is interesting.
Why's that?
And look at the rocks.
I look at the rocks.
All right. So the rocks are dusty, as if they've been somewhere a very long time and haven't moved.
All right, so I noticed these rocks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
That's not normal.
Yeah, like,
This was the kitchen.
so we got
Last
a
time
tree
I saw it.
upstairs.
And
with-
rocks down here.
And rocks down here, and you're worried about a little bit of blood?
Thomas, if you're going to fake your own death to get out of a debt, you have to do better than this.
Do better than a tree growing where a tree should not be and rocks that look as if they've been here for decades.
My dear, if you give the man the amount of money that I gave him, you could have this installed in a weekend.
My question is, who
Really?
gave the maid the day off? Why is everything so dusty?
My father doesn't like having people poke around in
That is
his
a very
things.
good question.
Clearly, he had the money.
He didn't like people poking around in his things. And
Oh.
so having someone come in and clean was something of an invasion. I suggested
see.
a few times, but he wasn't keen on the idea.
Right, well, old Knox is up there poking around in his things now.
Did your father
Really want there
drink?
to be a scream just then.
The Wilhelm scream?
At most, I was thinking,
Wilhelm
oh
is
my
screaming.
god.
I'm looking down at the blood now, trying to see if I can figure anything out about it.
Right? Yeah. You know you look up.
Like,
there's
where'd it
nothing.
fall from? Like, yeah.
It just seems like this is a drop, and importantly, the drop is on the wall, not on the rocks.
It's just a drop of
It's just.
blood?
It's like it's a small bit of blood,
All right.
but it's
OCD.
relatively fresh.
My thing.
And it's something that should not be here.
Yes. It's
Among all the other things that should not be.
Well, I'm a doctor. I keen in on the thing that I understand.
So he's crouched over at the blood, and I
Yeah.
come walking over his shoulder. Are you going to eat it? That's what you do, right?
No,
No.
that's very strange. Why would you even say such a thing?
In these quarters, people do.
Are you
weird
feeling all right?
things. I assure you. sir,
Perhaps all that
very
brandy's gone to
sane.
your head already.
I was going to ask Wilhelmina if there was any brandy here,
It would have been in the kitchen.
which is where we are.
Or in
Which
the
is
parlor.
Behind the
longer-
rock.
I look for the parlor.
so the rest of the first floor is untouched. There's a living room which sadly does not have a bar.
Does it have like a cabinet with maybe a decanter hiding somewhere?
Sadly, and it doesn't even have any books in it. It looks like one of those like wrap everything in plastic so no one will use it kind of things. That's sort of.
Thomas.
Is that the room where the picture was taken, though?
No, this is the room where the picture was taken.
In the kitchen?
Yeah,
These are the
looking
strange
towards
rocks,
the kitchen.
I
These are the rocks from
That
the
were
picture.
on the floor.
I've seen these rocks before. They were in the picture with the four guys.
Are these the rocks that they were standing
And
on?
now we cut
Yes.
to you. You have been in sort of a cutscene. You've been flipping through this book, and it's pretty much chicken scratch of like a person who is losing their mind.
I can't make heads or tails of it.
You can, but the main things that you find out are you get the names and some information about the four guys in the photo. The four people that he hired are a German archaeologist, Franco Gruber,
Hans
who specializes in Incan sculpture, and he's been on many digs in Peru. And Fell notes his English is poor. Then you had a French-Canadian transport and travel expert with contacts throughout South America, Jules Farquharson.
That's a name.
That's quite a name.
A Chinese mountaineer and digger for hire, who knows the Andes well, for some reason, named Wu Han, and an American game hunter, trapper, and general outdoorsman named James Kellerman. And Fell's note is, between that handlebar mustache and the revolver, he's always got, you'd think he was a cowboy.
Okay.
So that tells you those are the four guys in the photo. So those are the four guys that he hired. He talks, so other than that, the diary is pretty much him talking about having to get back to Peru to prove that it really works.
Okay.
And he keeps repeating that phrase, to prove that it really works.
Oh God. Thomas, what happened to you? I feel like Knox is trying to. He's afraid of how crazy his friend's gotten, but he's figuring it out, and he's trying to like also make him seem like he's not that bad.
Right, and minimizing. Yeah, that's very
So
some compartmentalization going
Very,
on.
very human.
So I kind of want to put the diary like on my person and kind of give him a different book if I can.
Sure. There are the books in here. Do you make me an occult roll?
Let's do this. It's a 78. I feel like that's not going to be good.
If you make that roll, then you are very impressive in the occult.
Yeah.
So there are a bunch of old, dusty books that all have names in languages you don't speak.
Okay. Well, this has been no help. I'll just say I'll give him this.
All right. Yeah. All right. Are you gonna head downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Well, can I at least briefly scan all the other books and see if
Sure.
there's anything notable?
They're all pretty much the same as they're all in languages you don't speak.
Oh, okay.
They all seem very old. Maybe they're worth something.
No, I'll just. Yeah.
As he comes down, I'm looking at the blood, and you said it's on the wall?
Yeah, it's on the wall, not on the rocks.
Seems to me like this is splatter. Maybe somebody took a gunshot.
It's not the right, not the right amount and not the right pattern.
I don't know.
The doctor would know.
The doctor would know, in fact.
I don't believe you.
All right.
Where's your proof?
10 years of medical study and
All right, then what's your theory?
what sort of a blood pattern is it? Because I'm guessing it's not a splatter.
Sure. Okay. So it looks more like you're right. It's not like a burst. It seems like this is an actual just drop of blood. Like somebody had like a wound of some sort and blood dropped out of it.
Mm-hmm.
On the wall.
On the wall.
It could also be
Because that makes sense.
Yep.
It could also be someone like was pushed against the wall where they were bleeding. There's a little bit of smearing,
Okay.
but not a lot. But that could also be.
Okay. No, it looks more like someone was standing here and was bleeding, or pushed against the wall. If you see the edges of the blood, there's a little bit of smear.
And that makes you take a good look around. There's no blood on any of the rocks.
Mm-hmm. There's no blood on these rocks. Smear, you say? It's been a while since I've had a good bagel with schmear. Well, that's neither here
Especially
nor there.
in Cincinnati.
Especially,
Right.
you want New York for that.
Yeah, indeed I do.
I can go for a bagel, but that's how I entered.
Excellent.
So he hands you a book.
What did you find there, Knox?
There's a bunch of old books up there, in a lot of different languages that I cannot even begin to not comprehend.
So those books look very,
Yeah,
that book looks very old and.
We'll give it to someone you're better, please.
Do any of them look familiar to me?
Kind of
I grab
No.
it.
Kind of equals.
These books do not look familiar. The
Interesting.
books that he got from the back room do not look familiar to you.
Okay.
What is it?
Are any of them in Latin?
Yes.
Excellent. I
The
have.
book he has is in Latin.
Could I?
And I snatch it.
Do you speak Latin?
I have language at 50.
All right, so you only speak English.
Okay, English.
But you know enough with your
I've
knowledge of
occult.
history and occult.
Okay.
This is written in Latin.
This is Latin.
Could I see it?
You speak Latin?
I do.
Thomas wasn't all bad. He educated his daughter.
Medical school.
Doctor.
Thomas talked about his daughter all the time.
So make a Latin roll.
Yeah. Well,
We also talked about a lot of other stuff.
Well, he didn't talk to me a great deal. So.
I hope
I know
he
that
didn't
much.
talk too much.
All right. So what do you do if it's right at the same?
That's a success. So
Okay.
Goes to the river.
But you have a 50?
Oh wait, no, I don't. Sorry.
in Latin.
No. Sorry, you're right.
So you can't. I mean, it's going to take you a while to read and translate and that sort of thing. But what you do get is that this is not Latin you learn in school. This is much older than that. It seems.
Interesting.
What do you make of it, darling? It's the 1920s.
This book is entirely too
The
valuable.
views expressed by the,
This book is entirely too valuable to
10
fling
we
in your
need a
head.
disclaimer at
Yet.
the bottom.
And yet, I'm so tempted. This is not the sort of Latin that I learned in school. This is going to take me a minute to sort out.
Pull out my stopwatch. Go.
That's not helping.
I feel like you're stressing her out. Honestly.
You got 50 seconds left. Come on, what is it?
The
So-
library's still open, sir.
Yeah. Would you wanna go look?
Please show me.
I will.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
by the way, I was going to say, as we're walking, do you know any other PI, private investigators in the area? I only found one.
Since this one might die in a minute.
I want to hear it. I want to see if I can hear that as he's walking away.
yeah, no, you totally are.
Yeah.
I'm the only guy in town.
That's right. That's right.
That's what my ads say.
You hired me for a reason.
I'm the best private investigator in Cincinnati. I'm the only private investigator.
I also subsequently am the worst.
Valedictorian of the person
with
who
the
fell asleep in
amount
the
of
back.
money I can throw at people, I'll turn your grandmother into a private investigator. You just tell me what you need done, and I'll find somebody to do it.
I feel like my grandma would not be a good PI, but I do see where you're coming from. Go.
Everyone's got a price.
No one would expect her.
They'll never see her coming.
Or maybe the best PI.
Oh my God! You're
So the bookshelf, sir.
So,
So I'm going to sit and try
Sure,
to
yeah,
decipher
you're
this
very.
thing.
We'll come back to this in a minute, but as you're looking at the book and you're like,
feel like this is a
not
bad
making
choice.
heads or tail of it, you remember that there's still that there's the cellar of the house still that you haven't sort of taken a look at.
Okay.
So
I'm
there's
not
a
going down there
secret
alone.
door essentially opened into a tiny little
Fair enough.
bare room, and there's a stack of 3 books on the ground that are all seem that the right antiquarian could make a tidy sum off of.
This is turning net profitable, dear sir. Okay.
Are these books that precious?
No. No. They're just books. How profitable could they be?
I'm gonna look into
Yeah, make a
that.
psychology roll there.
I don't do that often, but that's the time I definitely was going to. Damn it! It's a 74.
All right, yeah, he seems totally trustworthy.
Heathen.
We are rolling way high today.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like- I
right,
don't
we're
like
weighting them.
this.
You know I believe you.
I know,
Do I
right?
recognize
Yeah.
any
Books
of these
though.
books?
So they seem like one of them is one of them you do recognize is it's written in English and it's a book about the idea that there are ley lines that are these invisible force lines throughout the world that are somehow connected.
Yeah.
And it's a whole book that is trying to map those lines.
I know what these are. Thomas, you have been holding out. Smarter than he appears.
What's going? What?
That's not difficult.
What's up with Thomas?
I read the book, I don't. Who knows? People in these quarters do ridiculous things.
I mean, yeah, he didn't seem fully right in the head near the end of it
Classism.
since I last saw him. But really, like, do you think he's fine or?
I think he's better than he lets on. I think he's stumbled upon something and he's holding out on me.
Really?
Yes.
I gotta talk to him about that. It's gonna be a great story. That's all I got.
And
I enjoy that the party is working against each other more than I'm working. Doing my job for me. This is awesome.
Makes your job so much easier.
Meanwhile, it's been a minute. What do you got?
You've started to get the weird way they conjugate verbs.
Okay.
In this version. You're starting to, but it's going to take you weeks
Okay.
of like, this is what I'm going to study.
Can I get a sense of anything? A couple of keywords that might give me an idea of what's being talked about at all?
So it's something. It's written in Latin, but it talks about the New World a fair amount, which sort of dates it a little bit.
Yeah.
And it talks about there's some mountain in the New World. That's the gist that you've been able to.
Okay.
And it's a book about that mountain. Or something.
Okay. The best that I can gather at the moment is that there's a mountain somewhere in the New World that is important to the writer of this book, since he or she focused the entirety of this book on it.
Right.
And that's about the best I can get at the moment.
That's probably where he was going.
Might be. But the New World, that's 2 continents. There's a lot going on in that area.
Right, but the evidence clearly states.
Such as South America.
I mean, you
This
got
is
one
where
guy
you
who's a
guys come in.
mountaineer.
Hmm?
Yeah, there's one guy who's a mountaineer. Yeah, and the eclectic group.
Very eclectic group indeed.
Yes.
So, my dear, the jig, as they say, is up. You're obviously working with your father to hide his findings. You're only here because you have to be. Give him up, darling.
Why would I protect my father?
Even I
You
chuckle at
want
that.
some of the wealth.
If
Where is he?
if my
It's
father
fine.
came into any wealth, I have heard nothing of it.
It looks to me like he didn't even make it to where he was trying to go.
You think he was intercepted?
I think something happened here.
I
These
think-
rocks aren't normal.
And there's blood.
This is the first time I've been to his house, so
I thought blood was normal. I don't know what
Not
you people
the
do.
rocks and
That-
the
that-
tree
that
which
being
we are
said-
standing under.
That being said, there is one more area of the house we haven't looked at yet.
What do you got, sugar lips?
You're enjoying this entire You're such a brat. Oh my
I
god.
almost wish everyone except him was a female on it. Baby.
Wait, are you toots? or
I'm
game?
waiting for
I
the I'm waiting for the toots to come out.
That's coming. Don't worry.
I know it's coming. That's the
Sorry.
worst of it.
So the cellar is suitably horror movie scary. It's
Of
a
course it
rickety
is.
staircase down, and it is.
Is there any electricity down there?
There is not.
So we need to take a lantern or
You
something
find it.
down.
Sure, you find a flashlight. That's
Sure.
no problem. There's one oh wait, the kitchen is gone.
The kitchen's gone.
There's one in the hallway. In the
All
front
right.
hallway, you find a flashlight, and you might have a flashlight with you, depending on how jack of all trades prepared you are. If you were,
Yeah, I'd have one.
Yeah, right.
It seems
Absolutely.
reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, flashlights in this time are very large. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, are you sure you don't have a
They,
got my
they-
bag,
they
see?
did have
My
the big ones, but they were like it was essentially a car battery.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember though. I remember
since
seeing
I'm,
those.
since I'm a private investigator, I got my bag here.
Yeah, you got
I like
a
to call
carpet
it my
bag,
dick
yeah.
bag.
You're-
And I pull out the flashlight.
I'm taking that inspiration back. sorry, Ring Camo, they don't deserve it. They don't-
Ignore him, Eli.
You gave me a character. I did not choose this character.
You chose the name?
I did.
And you are hemming the hell out of it.
I love it.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
So you come down, and it's an unfinished room, as many basements are. There are exposed supports, cobwebbed pipes, old luggage, like empty suitcases, is stacked in one corner. There's a wooden door in the far wall that, and the room behind that door would be under the kitchen.
All right.
And the only real feature in this room is a bird cage. There's a bird cage hanging just about in the middle of the room. It's hanging from metal wire down from the ceiling. And when you look inside, the only thing inside the bird cage is an ovoid rock. It almost looks like an egg, but not. I mean, it's rock.
Does it have any markings on it?
Make me a spot hidden roll.
Ooh.
I'm with the light there with
Yeah,
me.
all right.
So
So anybody who's taking a close look at the egg can make a spot hidden roll.
Take a closer look.
17.
Oh,
nice.
wonderful. Wonderful. I got
spot
like a
hidden.
extreme success.
All right,
The
so
first one of
Yeah,
the
mine's
night.
a hard success.
So first thing, anybody who made that roll needs to make a sanity roll.
Oh, lovely.
Well, shit.
Thankfully, I did not.
Was 88 the first one?
25.
You did it.
So if you're
Ooh.
under your sanity,
Yes.
you're just going to lose 1. If
Okay.
you missed it, you're going to lose 3.
Okay.
So if you made the sanity roll, you lose 1. If you missed it, it's 3. You are blissfully ignorant to this. So it's almost like, and I'm going to use just a sort of a metaphor here, but you know, like Lord of the Rings, when the ring would start to like flame letters and they would disappear and they'd appear. It's kind of like that. There's a band around the egg. It's actually around the hemisphere, the equator of the egg, and it has weird symbols that are not a language any of you recognize that kind of catch the light in a way that makes them show and then disappear.
Okay.
In not at all a natural way.
Well, that's very curious.
I'm gonna like yelp a little and back off.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah. No one opened the cage, right?
No.
Okay.
No, we're just shining the light in to look
Yep.
at it.
And I mean, if you made the people who made the sanity roll, you're sort of like, maybe that was just like the shadow, of the light, but it was weird. And you're like, there's writing on there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says. I don't know what language it is.
But that thing has writing on it. I don't know what it says, and that's no.
What's the matter, dollface?
You've used that one already.
Said that already.
Oh, so I'm not allowed to use it again and again? I gotta just gonna
I'd be
continue
worried,
to
like in the second half, it's going to start getting really bad. So maybe we start allowing repeats. Otherwise, HR has to get involved, and I don't want the complaints on my first stream.
Why don't you walk that way and show me your gams? I have no idea
He
what
was
it's
talking to me, and I. All right, but I hate that I paid you to tell me that.
It was leg day.
It was. Yeah, looks like Knox likes to squat.
I just like walking.
It's all glutes.
So when you back away a little, the bird cage just sways a little. So you heard her say there's writing on there.
I walk up to the cage.
Don't look too carefully at it.
What are you talking about?
There's
Pull it out of there.
No, please, no,
I
please.
definitely want to examine. Why would he leave a rock in a cage?
That's a very good
strange.
question.
Looks like it'd be worth a lot of money.
Anybody
let
who
them
wants
check.
to could make an anthropology roll.
Yeah, I'll make it. Why not?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna make it. So
I was like, no.
there's literally
I'm just-
one chance I'll
I'm
make
just
it.
looking at it going, that's one in
You
a
never
100
know.
chance.
No, okay.
Don't even look at me.
It's a rock.
Don't look at
who
you.
knows
You
why
have 40 in anthropology.
Yeah, I just rolled a 70.
it's a rock. I mean, it's very smooth, and there's a band of another band of rock around the outside. It seems like it might be all one formation. She does not believe so.
I wonder what
My
that'd go for at auction.
instinct. I'm sorry.
I said, I wonder what that would go for at auction.
My instinct, because I just see a rock and to be like, this thing?
Yeah,
You
why
know?
is it in a bird cage? Yeah.
Yeah. So I walk up to it, I open the bird cage,
Oh,
and I
here we
grab
go.
the rock
Okay.
to examine it closer.
All right. So the bird cage opens. You grab the rock. Make me a sanity roll.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Did you make it?
No, my sanity is 72. I got a 96.
Whoa! Oh, you got a 96.
Wow.
So if you fumble a sanity roll, then you also go temporarily insane. But I'm gonna be nice this time. You're gonna lose 5 sanity.
Okay.
So you will be going. This is gonna be bad. When you pick this thing up, it's warm. It's yeah. And so
Looks like
are
one
you gonna
hot
like?
potato.
I mean, so what is in this moment? You lose it. What does that mean? You've got a rock that shouldn't be warm is warm in your hand, and you're in a creepy basement in a awful house, and there's blood on the wall. What does losing it mean to you right now?
I was not prepared for this. Losing it means having something so simple drive me. I'm just astounded by the confusion. Why is this hot?
Yeah,
I
alright,
don't understand. It's so cold in here. You people are so weird. And this thing is, I can't. There are no words on it, but it's the rocks. And I chuck it at
This guy's great.
that guy.
All right.
Dodge.
Make me
knocks.
a dex roll. Well, wait, hold
I was
on.
about to say a catch.
Would you like to catch the rock? Or not?
Yeah, I'm not thinking. I'm just gonna
Okay.
catch it.
Yes. Make me a dex roll.
27.
You might make that.
I think so. Your dex is up top.
Under, yeah, 64.
Oh yeah.
sweet.
So you're just like whoosh.
Oh God.
Make me a sand roll.
Okay. Doesn't count.
It's not going to be quite as bad.
It's a 12.
Okay, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So you lose 1 sanity.
Yes.
Because this rock is warm. So for the next couple minutes, you're just like repeating that, like it was warm, but what?
I don't understand. It was warm and like.
It's like a hand warmer.
It's not.
That's
It's not
warm.
uncomfortably warm.
Oh, okay.
It's.
I told you not to touch it.
Hey, we have another inspiration. one of my favorite Twitch users, Squirrel on the Run, gave us 500 bits.
Thank
Brilliant.
you.
They don't need the help.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Ooh, thank you, Dollface.
Yeah.
See, I
Don't
did it
call
again.
my wife
I did
Dollface.
it. Don't show me a gam. Sorry.
Thanks for the inspiration, Toots.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, I love you guys.
That was perfect.
So, what are you doing with the egg? With the rock?
well-
With the rock. It's just a rock.
Okay.
Do I still feel it as warm?
It stays warm.
Bird.
This place is chilly. I like this rock. It's like a hand warmer. Do I still see that is it this that was writing on it? Or
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
then
yeah. This is the thing that had the writing on it.
Then I'd love to inspect this to see if I can figure out what that is at all.
Sure. Make a spot hit and roll.
Have fun.
I will. Dang it.
Does he have to make another sanity check as he's continuing?
Let's see what the dice say.
54.
All right,
I
so
don't think
you
I-
can see how somebody might think that band is writing, but it really kind of looks like just natural crags, and the way the light hits it, you're doing that compartmentalizing thing again, where there's a lot of
Okay.
justification going on.
Oh,
Um,
probably not then.
yeah. So the rock it's a good handful. The rock is like one hand.
Okay.
It's very heavy, and so you caught it. So it's solid. There's not like anything inside. It is solid rock.
All right. Anybody else want to check
Nope.
this thing? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Anything else
I am not-
in this house?
Really? Why not? It's a warm rock. It's just an unusually warm rock.
Why don't you
Right?
put
It
it
is
Just an unusually warm.
smoldering hot.
in a cold basement?
I'm writing that
Something
one
is
down.
warm. Something is warm in a very cold basement.
Yeah.
This seems normal.
Well, it's not normal, but what's normal in Cincinnati? Like, I feel
How are
like
your
that.
hands not burned at
Not
the
that,
palace?
in fact.
it's unusually warm.
Why don't
Sit that down.
Why don't you put it back in the cage?
Do you? Well, Pia, would you like to take a look at this before I put it back in the cage?
I already took a look at it.
Want to hold it?
I would not.
All right, to each their own.
All right.
Are you gonna keep the rock, or are you gonna put it back in the cage?
Do I get? I don't know. What else?
Why don't you put it in your pocket? Save it for later.
I was trying to think about what else. Yeah.
Pocket warmer.
Keep your hands warm on a cold day.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. It's a really good pocket warmer.
Do you have pockets
There it
that
is.
large?
Do I have pockets?
Yeah, it'll fit.
The 1920s got
Actually,
fair.
my pockets just tear, and you just see my hand in the rock sticking out of my pants.
Oh Lord.
So the only other thing in this room is that one door. The
All right.
door under the kitchen.
I'm gonna go and have a look at the door.
All right, this is so this was the storage closet, and the hot water heater was in this room, and it is
I heard that past tense.
it is small. It's a small room, and now it is completely taken over by a 4-foot tall stone that has the exact same writing that you saw on that rock, all over it. And when you open the door, maybe it's just the light, but again, the words flash orange, like the letters flash orange across it.
I'm gonna just yelp and back up.
All right?
What do you got there, baby?
Oh my god. More hot rocks?
Well, it's a very large rock. I don't know if it's hot or not. I'm not going to be stupid enough to touch it.
Ooh, another rock.
And there's Ruckus.
I was about to say. Ruckus would lick
You
it.
recognize so how
right.
Put it in the turret.
how would you recognize this is the rock? This is that thing that you wanted him. This 4-foot tall
the
thing
obelisk.
Is it a
is
stelly
the
thing?
obelisk.
Okay.
So you can decide if that cuts through your current stupor to be like, this is the thing I wanted to buy.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Okay.
What do you suppose it is?
Well, it's shaped as an obelisk, so I imagine it's an obelisk.
Wow. Great deduction.
Well done, Holmes. Well done.
I mean, what do you think it is?
I think
An obelisk with a lot of really uncomfortable writing on it.
Anybody that wants to can make a history roll.
Yeah, no.
87.
Jeez, 98, man.
Oh, 98.
Lord. I
This is
mean,
modern.
sure. What the hell? Yeah, no.
Why can't I roll like
I'm trying
this
to see
on?
what history is. Oh,
other-
but it's a 10. I rolled a 10 under 45.
Boom. All right.
Noise.
You got you got a hard success.
Yeah. So you have seen somewhere, you read things, you're a man about town.
I'm trying to write stuff.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
you have seen the symbols on there kind of look like some stuff you've seen from early Incan civilization.
Oh, wow.
Like when they were just starting to write.
I'm working on a movie. I write a script for a movie called 2012. When I was researching that movie, there were parts where about ancient civilizations. Yeah, Mayan?
Incan.
Incan, I believe, is what I said. And these look very familiar to Incan.
No, you haven't, and no, you're not, and I usher everybody out the room. There's nothing here. He's obviously not hiding here, and I'm like, time to go. Your father's obviously not here.
I'm gonna just like elbow and move past him.
I pull out the rock and put it in his face.
The only reason I'm putting this out here is because every chance I get to mock Thomas for his Twitch name, I will take. So Tomastidan
Thank you, Thomas.
gives us
That was a nice G-rated version of that.
Dan. Tomasidan.
unbelievable. That name should just
Have you seen mine?
no. I don't.
I can't pronounce yours.
I know you can't. I had to tell him how to pronounce mine.
Twice.
Mine is my name.
It's Manaloswin. It's my Elvish name from like when I was
My
15.
Nice.
And it's my handle all over the internet, so.
Amazing.
So he's trying to usher everybody out of the room with this large
Obelisk.
obelisk in it, which may or may not be glowing.
Oh, I saw glow. No.
Now calm down now.
I'm calm. I'm perfectly calm. I'm trying to be the sensible one here.
You haven't been
There's
sensible for the last 5
there's-
minutes.
You got scared by a rock.
To be fair.
It's hot. She jumped. He would not even touch
You
it.
got scared by a rock.
Warm.
You and your rock should leave now. I believe I can hire some people to
This is not your house.
excavate.
This is not your house, sir.
My dear.
You may
My
you
dear.
may go through all of the courts to deal with it, but until you do,
I own the
this-
courts.
Until you have a piece of paper to show me. This is
can
my
be done this afternoon.
This is my father's house, which means if he's dead, it's mine.
There's
Well,
two
it's
ways
not
we
one
can
way or
do
the other.
this, my dear. I
Everybody
can
make a listen
compensate
roll.
you.
13.
Ooh, nice. 33. I think I got
34.
it. Yeah, that's a success.
77.
I have a hard success.
All right, anybody who made it distinctly hears the sound of wind blowing coming from the rock. And like, you know that sound when the wind blows against your window and like makes
Just that
yeah,
whoom.
you distinctly hear that coming from the rock.
Gun out.
I close the door, pretend not to hear.
Yeah, a gun is drawn
On me at the door.
No,
Wait,
at the obelisk.
okay, so
Wait,
it's the
okay.
obelisk, not the rock in his pocket.
Right, it's
Yeah.
the obelisk.
So I didn't
Okay.
successfully shove them out.
Nope, he
No,
is.
no.
Once the gun
Not
came
having-
out, you were like,
Good sir, have you lost your wits? Please put your gun
What on
down.
earth are you doing?
Good
All I
job.
know is that there's something creepy going on here, and I don't much like it.
No, neither do I.
That's right.
What's... You pull your gun?
Well, when I'm surprised in a dark cellar with creepier rocks and creepier people, that's what happens.
Okay, well, I paid you. But yeah,
My statement stands.
fair enough.
Just don't shoot me or the rock, please.
Let's have a look at that rock.
Would you put your gun... Thank you very much.
Now then, out of the way. See?
Okay.
And I
As it
go
gets
and take a look at it.
Closer.
I do
Yeah?
respect him.
I'm looking at it.
all right.
And just kind of get close to it, but not touching it yet. Do I
yeah,
get
I
any
mean-
reaction?
Don't...
So it is definitely warm,
Uh-huh.
and you feel almost like a breeze, like a warm. Actually, sorry. This is a weird. It's warm, but the breeze that you feel is chilling.
Are you all right?
How you doing?
I'm not sure.
Make me a luck roll.
Oh, goodness.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. All right, where's my luck at? Down here?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. 71.
All right. So you are, you're like, huh, that's a weird feeling, and you graze Your finger grazes the stellai, and we're gonna go to break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
But I haven't said
break?
toots yet.
Seconds.
Seconds.
You have the whole second
That
half.
was his last word. Legend has it.
So, we're gonna. I regret nothing. So we'll be back to see what has happened to
Dick.
Gumshoe McGee.
No, that's Dick Richards.
Private dick.
The
Triple
private dick.
We'll be back to see what happens to Triple Dick and the rest of our. That was a way Homer. That was
Good.
Um,
Good.
and find out what happens to the rest of our band in. How long are breaks? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? I don't know these things.
As long as it takes
We're
us
gonna
to
say
empty
10
our
minutes.
bladders.
10 minutes. One
you, Tim.
bathroom, 4 gamers. You do the math. Thanks so much, and we'll be back in a minute. 10 minutes.
I
Really.
can go outside.
And that's why we stopped playing. No. Welcome back. Thank you for that much-needed break. It was maybe 10 minutes to you. For us, it was 3 hours. Time works very differently in Cthulhu.
Yes.
But I want to
Interdimensional stuff.
Never Split the Party for rating us, which I'm given to understand is a good thing, despite what it sounds like.
It's a good thing. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
We're happy about
Welcome.
Exciting to be rated.
Raining.
If you know what I mean.
Or so I've heard. So thanks for that. That's awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Depends on the circumstances.
So, 3 hours ago when we ended, Triple Dick had just touched the rock.
I touched something, that's
Yes,
for sure.
well,
The phallic rock.
as soon as that happened,
I morph into quadruple.
This isn't even his final form.
Dick
as soon
Rick.
as I'm going to start by asking you each a weird question.
All right.
It's gotta be weird though.
And, well, it's weird, and I'm trying to think of it in a way to ask it that won't make this even more untoward than it already is.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So, I'm going to start
terrified.
over here.
Yes.
What are you wearing?
I am wearing my finest, well, not so much finest garb because I'm slumming it with these three, but I'm wearing a suit with a nice, not a tie, but a puffer scarf of some kind.
Okay,
It's red.
Cravat.
Cravat. I've got cufflinks on, maybe a little too upscale for this place. And
Are you wearing an overcoat?
I am not,
Okay.
but my it does have a little tail to it. It's a bit longer than a regular jacket.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a pinky ring.
Oh, nice. What are you wearing?
Exactly what you think I'm wearing, right? Fedora.
God, I hope not.
I look like Zardoz. Zard. Very hairy chest. No.
God.
Right. So you see me. I'm wearing a fedora. That's tan. Tan overcoat. Trench coat, really. Down 3-piece suit. Actually, just 2-piece with a vest, tie.
Pretty cheap, though.
Yeah, cheap enough. Yeah.
All tweed.
And I have a tweed vest. It's lovely.
Lovely.
Itchy.
And I have a holster.
Yeah,
on
shoulder
my
holster,
shoulder
yeah.
holster.
What are you wearing, Doctor?
A very sensible. Wow, I just lost the words.
Stethoscope.
Yes. No. That stays in the office. Where so it doesn't
How do I
get
know you're a
movement.
doctor?
The sphygmomanometer.
There you go.
That's a word for you.
Or blood pressure cuff for the lay people. Wearing a very sensible like traveling walking out suit. It's a like narrow skirt with low heels.
Okay.
So nothing too extravagant. Definitely workwear.
Okay.
Not wearing pearls.
Yes, I'm wearing pearls.
Come on, it's a trademark. What are you wearing?
I got.
After the comment of Dame with pearls, I kind
I'm
of
gonna
had
be
to.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of laundry day, so I'm closer to a paperboy kind of outfit if you were to visualize it.
Aw,
I got
you're in
those
the
baggy-
newsies.
Yeah, I got the newsies. I'm kind of got those baggy pants.
He's the king of New York.
The overalls. I
He's
call
about to seize
myself.
the day.
Knox calls himself the king of New York, even though he's in Cincinnati.
King of New York. The problem is I'm in Cincinnati. The King of New York. I'm in Cincinnati.
Got a lot of pull in Cincinnati. Clearly.
I get to New York,
Have they heard of me? No.
but they will.
The reason I ask is that it is suddenly very, very cold. Your hat is blown off your head, and that's the first thing you notice. The other thing that you notice is that you are now standing on top of a mountain. You
All
are
of us.
you are all four of you are along with much of that room are now standing in a mountain that has a rock very similar to the rock that was in that room. On your right, so you're outside, exposed to the elements. When you look around, we'll get to sanity rolls in a minute. When you look around, there are essentially a plateau at the top of this mountain. You're a doctor. You recognize this. The air is much thinner up here. You are very high up. You're in the Andes, probably, or you're in a mountain range. There are
A very high mountain
mountains around
range.
you.
Yeah.
The oxygen is thinner. You definitely feel it. When you look,
Especially abruptly.
that's right. Yeah, you are on the edge of the plateau. When you look over, it looks like there are rock formations of much like the kitchen all along this plateau in kind of almost maze-like patterns. And next to you, on this side, is the kitchen from your father's house. And
Does it appear intact?
yes, it is intact. There's the fridge, there's the cupboards, the walls are there. Also there is a dead body.
I go up to the dead body.
I'm going to go look at the dead body.
Well, first let's do sanity
Yeah.
rolls for that transportation.
Can I have a chance to catch my hat? It's very important to me.
Make me a dex roll.
All right.
Oh,
That
bloody
would
hell.
be a 61, and my
Right.
dex is 62.
You got your
Nice.
hat. At the very last second, behind you.
Good catch.
Like Pinky.
Yeah.
I got it.
If you make your sand roll, give me a thumbs up. If you
also-
miss it,
Oh, I got to do that too.
I also rolled a 61.
I'm not gonna make no nope.
50. Oh, that's no.
all right. If
What?
you made it, you lose 3.
What?
Lord.
If you missed it, you lose 4. So making it wasn't that great in this case, but you lose 4. And all of you are completely flummoxed. You two kind of snap into hyper professionalism, and
Yeah.
you're like, dead body. This is something I understand.
I understand bodies. Let's go look at that.
When the hat goes on, business time.
But it almost looks like a TV set, this kitchen, because it's got like the fourth wall is essentially gone.
Yeah.
And it is the kitchen of your father's house.
You there? See if there's any beer in there.
Okay, but I am very terrified.
What did you touch? What did you do? Anyway,
Doesn't matter. Dead body.
dead body. Let's.
Out of the way. Let me have a look. I want to examine this dead body.
All right. You
Thomas.
you see it's there are broken dishes, and it looks like
A serious struggle.
yes. This is one of the men from the photograph.
Oh, which one?
You would know
Yeah.
that it is the French guy Farquharson.
Looks like one of the guys from the photo.
It's Lord Farquaad. I mean Farquharson.
Well, it's not my father. That's a start.
Who on earth is that?
So I think
How do you know them?
I think from the picture I recognized he was a worker.
How did you know the name?
I'm just feeling crazy right now. I don't
Pull my gun on him.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
Hey, hey now!
That's-
Hey
You know the
now!
fucking name.
That is not why I paid you. Oh, God. Okay.
Why don't you just answer the question?
Listen, I just remember him talking about some people he used to work with, and that seems like that's the guy that he talked about, I think. Right?
Insight check.
Right?
Psychology.
Psychology.
Do I roll against it or anything? Or no?
3.
Nice. That's
Ooh. 3.
Yeah, that's
That is
the
a
hardest
really
success.
persuade roll.
success.
Okay. It is a 34. Persuade is 10.
All right. So he. So.
Yeah, my psychology. I mean that.
Yeah,
8
no,
is
you're
the
you're
extreme,
great.
so
You're
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
You read people really well.
Yeah.
It might not be that he's not telling you the truth. Maybe he's not telling you everything, but also he's freaking out. Not only the more so because you've drawn a gun on him, but even before that, with everything that's going on, he doesn't seem like he's in his right mind.
You don't seem right. See,
Yeah, I think the circumstances call for that.
that's fair.
We are very high up on a mountain.
What did you do?
Ow.
You with the gun.
How do you know this fella?
Okay.
Tell me the truth this time.
I just think this guy. I'm gonna tell you. Thomas is not that bad of a guy, but from what?
That's a word.
I mean, no, he's not that bad, right? I mean, he thought you were kind of neat,
He
right?
calls himself Tomastodon. Come on.
It's only a username.
Terrible.
No. It's only
Shame.
Shame. Clang.
Go on then.
I've broken a moment. I apologize.
Well done.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I have to defend Tomastodon.
Go on.
I also
How?
love dinosaurs.
How?
I love dinosaurs. You can't deny that they existed.
Dinosaurs are pretty neat.
Right? Neat.
Neat.
At this day and age, there's probably 60% of the country that deny they existed.
Oh yeah.
While they're having their little standoff, can I be looking at the body and see if I can figure out how it died?
100%. So what you notice immediately is that this person died from multiple small stab wounds.
How small?
Varying sizes. Maybe a razor blade, maybe a small knife.
So it looks like someone just went
There was
to town.
stabbing and also slashing. Yeah, and it is.
Oh, yeah, I'm still on.
I figured that's in the background. They don't
Just over my shoulder.
They're all to the back.
Interesting.
What do you see, Doc?
That's better.
I'm still not gonna.
Are you a doctor?
I'm
No,
just
over
very
my
afraid.
shoulder. I just kind of say it like this. What do you see, Doc?
This man died slowly, violently. Someone stabbed him a lot. In the back.
Huh?
Stabbed, slashed, a small blade, maybe a straight razor, maybe a small kitchen knife
In the back.
in the back. And it was not quick. It wasn't planned, though, from the look of things, because someone who planned this would have slashed the throat.
Natural world.
Yeah.
No.
Well, so one thing you know is that
Means fire.
I'll give you this.
We have it.
Yeah, you
I would
could take an
recognize
advantage.
Yeah.
From the okay.
Yeah.
So roll another 10.
You can figure it out.
56. That's not.
All right, but
Nope.
but you recognize that this is our world.
Yeah.
You know, like you look up and the sky and the clouds and that sort of thing tell you that this is our world, and it seems to be about the same time of day as it was, based on
finger
where the
actually
sun
hurts.
is.
It's terrifying.
Make me a spot hidden roll while you do that.
Okay. Much
Don't you?
worse.
Don't you?
Nope. Don't get it.
I
Okay.
was trying.
It's really cold.
There's something around the body. You can't tell what. I mean, it's among all the glass. You don't know what it is, but there's something there.
Well, I appreciate you guys inspecting the dead man, but anyone want to tell us how we got up here?
I'm
Doesn't
trying.
matter.
I'm trying not to think about that.
I touched the rock and we came here. That's what happened.
So it's on you then.
A dead body makes more sense than that.
Yes,
probably touched
but
the
we're
rock.
here, and it's cold, and we're very high up.
Here's how I see it. They touched the rock. They went inside. They came out here. One person got stabbed in the back.
What all this glass by the body? Where did that come from?
It looks like there was a fairly significant struggle.
Would you like to investigate that, PI? Held at
Fine.
gunpoint.
Really, Mr. Richards, where do you think he's going to go?
All right. So I
Make
go
me
and
a
have
spot
a look.
hidden roll.
Yeah. 8.
Nice.
Oh man,
Sweet.
There is a faint but followable blood trail leading from this area into down one of the pathways through the rocks.
You there.
Yeah.
Knox.
Yes.
You see this blood?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss.
Follow it.
I thought that's what I'm paying you for, man.
Follow it.
Okay, I'm gonna follow it. Just
Wait, you're going off on your own.
Nope.
No. I'm
yeah.
following you.
But he's going
I'm
in
making
first.
him lead.
That's
Yes.
so
I
funny
see.
if it was just like
You go. And he was
seen it.
never
just
seen.
kinda-
Pull out your switch.
okay.
As they
all right,
walk
go.
And he
away,
was never seen or heard from again.
as they walk away, I'm like touching all the rocks. Around, like, trying to get back.
Does this one know? This one know? Yeah, he's
Don't leave me.
he runs up about a minute later after he's touched every rock around there, hoping that one will take him back.
Is there anything in the kitchen that I could like throw over my shoulders as a cloak? I'd imagine there wouldn't be a
Towel
blanket or anything.
something? Maybe, but you know.
For the record, I'm at 33 sanity, so that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you're walking along, you're walking through, the rock is about 6 foot high, so maybe a few of you can kind of see over it, but for the most part, this is like a canyon that you're sort of walking through, and there are sort of distinct maze-like paths, and there's sometimes doubling back, and you follow the blood trail, and the blood trail leads to an open a clearing, and the clearing opens up on something you wouldn't really expect to see here, which is
Tomastodon.
hey everybody. It's an inside joke.
Is it the master bedroom?
No, it is the tail section of a cargo plane.
Does it look like it's like crashed and like?
Or does it,
No,
or
it just
does it
looks like it was
sheared
cut
off?
off somehow.
Stars.
Am I the first one to see that?
Yes.
Yes, because you're
Okay.
in front.
Oh my god!
What is it?
Well, it's a plane. Yes and no to that. It's part of a plane.
How much of a plane?
Just the tail end.
Keep moving.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, the blood keeps going past this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blood keeps going.
Can I like look into the tail end as we're going past and see if there's
Oh,
any?
okay.
I want to also look into the plane.
So you look into the plane,
Mine and a half.
and there's a body inside. Except, it seems more like a statue than a body.
All right, I'm gonna get closer and look at it, but not touch it.
I'm behind her,
Make
like
me an intelligence roll.
this.
Awesome.
Quickly.
It's a 24.
Nice.
Intelligence here.
Intelligence is up here.
Whoops. Is a 72. Sweet, I nailed it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you got like the
you
hard
realize
success.
Sweet.
you're not cold.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna say anything
Okay,
about that. I'm
yeah.
gonna keep that to myself for like just a moment.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
You're not cold.
I'm shaking a bit.
Yeah, you three are freezing. So the body
Yes.
is, it looks like a World War I pilot kind of guy with the leather cap and that sort of thing, but petrified,
Like turned to stone.
like turned to stone.
Interesting.
And the guy is the statue?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull a pen out of my pocket and kind of poke it because I'm not getting my hands anywhere near this
Right.
thing.
It seems like stone, but like I mean, it's so the detail is just so much. To call it lifelike, this is clearly someone who has been turned to stone.
Yes.
Or it is the best sculptor you've ever seen. One of the two.
What do you make of it?
I think this is the best sculptor I've ever seen.
I think it would be very nice in my study.
Yes,
get it
a
done.
pilot like this.
Really brings the room together.
That conversation
That
piece.
sounds like
It has an
something you would do,
interesting
though.
story.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Reminds me of those cats down in Pompeii.
Or the stories of Medusa.
You know what? Before today, I would have called you crazy.
Same, honestly. But
Well, you would have called me crazy?
no, I would have called the situation crazy, and probably all of us in it. But
I call you a questionable hire.
you're the one who hired him, friend.
Only one in town!
Wait, the questionable
Well deserved.
that is a great line.
Deserved.
I'm writing that down.
I got two.
That's good. That's good.
He's written like 3 different things down that we've said.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, this looks like a person.
Did you write down "Show me your gams"?
No.
I feel like I should be the first one.
Explain that one to your wife. Why does it say "Show me your gams" on there? It's a game. We're gamers.
We're a little insane.
Oh, I missed an E. It's "Show me your games." Sorry.
Coming soon on Quest to Cash. Show me your games.
Ooh.
Also known as Gloomhaven.
Write that down.
It's like cribs for nerds.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
This is where the magic happens. No,
Magic the Gathering table.
my God, we're gonna be rich.
Oh God.
Quick, copyright that.
The characters aren't insane. We are.
Way to set a mood, GM.
Anyway, this is.
Like I said, when you wanted to
somber,
play
isn't it?
Cthulhu with the Waterdeep cast, you asked for this.
You had to have known.
You did totally ask for this.
Yeah. So
It looks like a person who has been turned to stone. I cannot describe it any other way. It looks like a tree that has been petrified with all of the veins intact.
I think this is a person.
Yes.
It'd fetch an amazing price.
Do you think of anything else?
Knox, I think you should touch it.
You go right ahead.
Before I respond to that, I may have missed it.
Yeah.
Do I what was the who was the statue again?
it's a pilot or somebody that was in the plane, a World War I.
Oh, so
On the
I
tail,
don't
is there any
No.
identifying markings?
Yeah, it's French.
Okay.
I think he
French.
surrendered.
Well,
That
We
wouldn't be until the
apologize
next
to our
war.
French watchers.
That wouldn't be until
You
the
have a
next
noble
war.
military history, and we salute you.
Yeah.
It's just jokes, my friends. I'm sorry.
I was also gonna say, who's typing in the chat? No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
There are a lot of variables.
Well, it's actually World War I, so not at all. Not at all.
Anyway,
Anyway, wait, I'm still terrified. Are you gun?
I'm still pointing the gun at you.
Cool.
What an
I'm sweating.
interesting dynamic you guys have in a low war. You pay him to treat you as such?
Yeah, I pay-
Usually I pay a female to do that.
I don't like it when people lie to me.
really?
Desires. You
lot of-
get anybody to do anything for the right money.
I'm sorry, what? I'm
I
sorry,
have
what?
like 3 bones.
At that point, I turn around like gun off of him. I'm sorry, what?
Is he gonna tie you up and beat you up later?
I didn't pay him for that. To investigate this
But he's holding
nightmare
a
is what I
gun,
paid him for.
and you were the contractor.
Guns change contracts pretty quickly.
Yeah. Especially when it's at the person who hired him.
What an interesting
But
dynamic.
sure, person I hired, I will touch this statue out of fear of my own life.
That's
Or
right.
Mr.
will I?
Richards.
And I have my own gun, and I pull it out on him.
Oh God! All right, there is a
Mexican
standoff going on.
I thought that was 3.
All right.
All right.
Put the gun down, see? Nobody wants to get hurt.
No one does want to get hurt, but I
You
really
should just put the
feel-
gun down.
I paid you
As
to touch
there-
that rock.
All right, hold on.
So-
What are you two doing while this is happening?
Just sort of standing off a little to the side going, okay.
So as they're pointing the gun at each other, talking, I pull out my gun.
Don't you fucking move.
No, you don't
Yeah,
even notice.
you two are focused
You're
on
locked
each
in.
other.
we're locked
You're locked in.
That's awesome.
You guys are locked in. Gentlemen,
no,
pointed at each other.
no,
That's Aaron. That's not Knox.
We can probably see you.
No,
doing
you
this.
can't.
No, you guys are focused on each
Focus
other.
on each
You're-
other.
Alright.
It's a standoff.
I'm a writer. This
So
is
I
self-defense. I'm
slowly
armed with
pull
this.
out my gun
I'm
Yeah?
not trained.
and I fire it in the air.
All right, there is a bang, and he is armed.
I'm pointing.
And now I'm pointing it at him.
All right.
Am I so surprised? I don't want to point it at
Oi!
fear. Just
All right. Yeah.
My
you
hands
freak
are
out.
up my
You're just like,
ears.
You're a
Did you do that?
Gentlemen, please calm down. What a disappointing end. I was expecting you two to shoot each other. But now that I've got your attention, this is probably for the better.
Okay.
And I put the gun away.
Fine.
Everyone, please calm down.
Put it down. Put it down. All right, you know what? Give that
Tell
to
you
me.
what.
dark.
Give it to me.
I tell you what.
Okay, fine.
All right. She has taken your gun.
She has taken my
Okay.
gun. She has taken
I
my gun.
shoot him. I'm just kidding.
Do I
Do
survive?
not. Calm down.
So
Calm
she took
down.
his gun away.
All right.
Okay. I don't have a gun now. Give me your gun.
I don't think so, Sonny.
That almost worked.
I tell you what. I put the gun down after you touch it. What do you say?
See what happens when I don't have the gun?
You would have shot each other, and then I would have had to put on my medical hat, and that has been worn entirely too often today.
We should have at least Rich Kid touch the statue.
That I agree with.
Like Rich Kid?
I'm not touching that. I'll pay you to
You
touch
wanted
the
it as a statue in your house. Why don't you have a look at it?
You think I'm gonna lift this and put it in my own study? No
Yes.
way. I plan on coming back to this space to get this statue.
Great.
And
If you
maybe
figure out where
a
we are.
petrified corpse.
All right.
Thank you.
I was still.
Yeah.
You make one
Moving up.
move. That's out of line.
But you told me to move.
I'll say I'm already moving off the momentum of the fear I felt from that. So I will touch the
All right.
statue.
So no time passes for you three. You have this montage of images, just boom, 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 which are this guy's flying a plane, and he's been asked by the French military to carry a large stone somewhere. So this was a cargo plane, and he was, they were flying straight on, and his co-pilot or another guy touched the stone, and the last thing he remembers is being in this half of the ship. The stone is nowhere to be seen, and something came out of the rock and bit him. And he was paralyzed, and over the course of 4 days, he slowly turned to stone.
Oh.
So while nothing happens for you, you have in your head, this feels like an hour, and the last half of it is just him screaming as he's slowly turning to stone.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm going to say, I don't know if you're going to make me roll anything.
Oh yes, that is a sanity roll.
I'm feeling something. It's a 0 and it's 4. I guess 4 total.
Nice.
You're surprisingly okay with this.
Oh my god. Yeah, I get inspiration. I want to write a story about it.
You lose one
Nice.
sanity. You lose one sanity.
Okay, neat. Oh god.
But and then you kind of jerk out of it,
Yeah.
and no time has passed.
Oh my god. Oh god. Don't touch that. Well, I mean, I was fine with it. In fact, I probably read something great with it. But don't, anybody here should not touch that, because that's pretty dark.
All right, deep breath. What did you see?
I saw a horrible nightmare where the pilot actually I'm just going to open with that they were carrying a stone, just any type of stone.
What kind of? Do you know what kind of stone?
It was that same as the obelisk.
It was the obelisk.
I believe it looked like the obelisk that Gunboy touched.
The name's Dick. See?
Dick Gunboy touched, but his co-pilot touched it, released something. It's a whole release something.
No, it was more like the tail got cut off, teleported here,
Oh, okay.
and something it wasn't in the plane, but something just came out of the stone that were around there and bit him.
All right, and then yes, and and
Came out of the stone.
And bit him.
bit the pilot. It took him 4 days.
He's clearly lost his mind. This
Where's the stone
chap.
now?
You know, he doesn't know what he's
Is it the
talking
same
about.
stone?
He's delirious. The wind is getting to him. I
it-
think this is time for us to end and go back now.
I kind of
If you have suggestions on how to get back, I am all
We touched the
ears.
stone and now we're here.
I'll Google
And
that.
the stone is not here with us.
As far as I'm concerned.
The stone is at your father's house. He took my money, then he stole my property, which I am going to receive at the end of this adventure.
You want the stone?
Assuming
I want the stone. I could care less about your father now. That's what I paid him to go on the trek to get me.
Assuming
And
we
you had to go and touch it.
Assuming we survive this, of course.
Assuming you survived this.
Assuming you survive this. We are very high up and very far away.
And if we meet what this guy encountered, we are not going to survive this. Within 4 days, that is.
Everyone not named Knox, make me a Constitution roll.
Boy.
How you guys doing?
Hey!
24.
13.
61.
Oh, that is exactly
I made it.
hard.
All right,
Hard
so-
success.
I made it. It was a success, not a hard
Right
success.
one
but-
underneath.
Perfect. So, so you two are.
Oh no, that's an extreme.
Oh, that's boom.
14,
So
yeah.
that so yeah, you
No,
don't
sorry.
you don't feel bad at all. You know, maybe your jacket is a little warmth or something like that,
It's,
or
very well
adrenaline.
insulated.
I got a hard success.
You feel fine.
Custom
You feel
fit.
okay, but it's still like you're aware again of the cold. Mm-hmm. You're fine. Everything's fine.
I don't even, do I notice that they are feeling it while I'm not, or is it just like
Ooh, interesting question. That's good. Let's call that make me a POW roll.
how?
Power. One of your stats up top.
Power.
It's a 48 and it's 58 on power.
All right.
So
yeah. So
that's-
yes, you notice that they are shivering and cold, and you are not. Are you going to pretend like you're shivering and cold?
I will not.
Okay.
I'll be like, is everybody cold?
I button up and I notice that everybody's shivering, but you seem
Yeah, so at this
remarkably
point,
warm.
When he
sir.
says that, it becomes clear that he is not affected by the cold as much as you are.
Interesting.
What's going on there?
Maybe. I mean, I got a really good pocket warmer, but other than that, lift the rock. Okay.
As he pulls it out, that band, the
please,
little glow
please.
happens again.
Please make that go away. Please.
Do I recheck that again? Can I recheck it again, or is it? Like
I mean,
the
what do you
same-
want to check?
What the band is?
So
doing, or is
I
like-
mean, so now to you, yeah, it totally looks like letters. It looks like the same thing that's on the rocks, you know, on the obelisk.
Can I make it out, or should I roll for? Or
You don't speak ancient Incan.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Friend, without exaggeration, if you do not put that away, I will shoot you with your own gun.
I knew I shouldn't have given my gun away. So
Thank you.
it was The second thought.
But yes, he is clearly not affected by the cold.
Well, I have 7 magic points. What?
Yeah.
I have
I
9
hope
magic
you never
points.
have to use them.
Okay.
So you continue on, and there are every once in a while there's another sort of incongruous thing that has been transported here. The one that is sort of noteworthy is there is a camel that is in the process of being petrified.
I'm just going to walk around it and look at it.
So yeah, so it's a camel that is 80% statue. And so like its neck and its head are kind of piteously, it looks like it's dying of thirst, but it's also dying of being turned into a statue.
I shoot it in the head.
I was about to
All right,
do
you
the same.
put the thing out of its misery. There is another loud noise that echoes around from the gunshot, and then it's all quiet again, and the camel's head slumps down.
Poor thing. Could you warn me before you do that next time, please? It's very loud.
Surprisingly easy for you. When we make it back, I might have some work for you if you're interested.
I might take it, considering how deep your pockets are.
This is
Everybody
gonna
make a listen roll.
be nice.
7.
21.
Yeah, all we
Which
needed
is
was to go to break.
A hard success.
They change dice at break.
Nope. Mine are still the ones
by the way,
Andrea
that's
sent
my
me,
extreme
and they
success.
suck.
Oh, okay. So if you made the roll, you clearly hear. It shouldn't be rustling because there's nothing to rustle, but you hear kind of rustling, and you clearly hear you have a direction. It's towards where the blood is leading.
You hear that?
Isn't that-
You hear that? It's coming from where that blood is.
So we're live, and maybe you guys can hear our next door neighbors are. It's craft week. Our next door neighbors apparently. And
They're using a Dremel.
We've been warned that they were going to apparently use an industrial Dremel. I mean,
As opposed to the home kind of Dremel.
I don't know. It's a really big Dremel, but so
homebird.
sorry for the noise. Hopefully you can't hear it, and it's just us wondering what that buzzing
No, they
is.
can't hear it. It's
I
kind
don't
of.
It's a lot louder than it was before the break.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, we're gonna all pretend like we aren't hearing a loud buzzing noise. It'll be fun.
I'm hearing something.
Yes. So you have.
We're being driven
you have the
insane by
quadrant.
it.
It's clearly like where the blood is kind of leading.
Yeah. I say, it's this way, and I take off.
I
right.
follow after him.
Okay.
Gun is out, and I'm
Make a luck
looking
roll.
for- Oh, goodness gracious, because I'm good at that. 68.
All right. So unfortunately,
How'd you do?
Yeah.
you take off running, and you're a little ways ahead of them because you didn't give them a warning. or
Nope.
anything.
No, I
So-
did. I said, it's this way. Follow me.
Well, and he has pants. I do
And then
not.
he took off.
I have a
and
skirt.
no
I'm
heels.
slowing
And you
down
have
a little.
heels, right?
Low heels. Those are pretty easy to move in.
You turn around a
Have you seen
corner.
Jurassic World? It's okay.
Those were high heels, and that was insane.
You turn around a corner, and you distinctly see a worm, something, go from one side of the canyon, from the stone, into the other side of the canyon, into the stone.
Wait, there's stones?
Yeah, so all of the remember you're like in this canyon wall
Right.
of those. It's not an obelisk. It's
Got
just those,
it.
it's like
It's just
the
from the
kitchen.
wall of the canyon into the other one.
and it just
And
goes
it's burrowing.
No, it is not burrowing. There is no entrance or exit.
It's
it
just
seems
there.
it treats it like it's water.
Wow.
And that's
So-
going to be a sanity roll.
Oh, goodness.
The worm is about.
Nice.
7.
You're surprisingly okay with this. You lose a point.
I've seen this before.
Yeah. The worm, for lack of a better word, is about 3 feet long. Mm-hmm. And there is when they come around the corner, there's no trace of it.
How
And
wide
you're
is it? Like,
standing
what's the
there.
girth?
About a foot wide.
Did we not see that coming?
It's about a foot wide.
About a
but,
foot wide. So it's pretty big.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
a large thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they come around the corner, and you've stopped.
What's the problem?
I saw something.
What did you see?
Some kind of slinking worm thing. I know I sound crazy.
Well,
But-
considering the circumstances.
It came out of one side of the canyon and into the other. And I'm apparently I'm from the south now.
I was wondering where that accent was coming from.
And into the other.
Listening to the story and like
Whatever
looking
y'all-
at
As
his
I go
eyes,
further into insanity.
I like I don't pull it out, but I like shuffle the gun from behind. Me. Just kinda keep it here.
No, mine's out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and it just disappeared. It didn't burrow. It didn't do nothing.
There's no holes.
This.
I go up and I want to touch where it disappeared into.
Okay. It feels a little warm.
A little gooey.
No, there's no goo. It actually feels very much like the feeling. Well, you didn't touch the egg, so you don't know that. The rock.
I didn't touch the other rock though.
Yeah, so it's the
obelisk.
same. It's the same warmth.
Feels warm like the obelisk. What do you make of it, Knox?
You said you saw a worm?
Yeah, that's right.
Can you describe the worm to me?
Can I?
Well, I'm just kind of.
I didn't get a real good
It
look
is-
at
Do I
it.
recognize it from?
It was
the-
3
Yes.
feet long by
It-
1 foot girth.
It seems very much like the thing in diameter. Let's say in diameter.
It's Earth now.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say diameter.
No one was.
1
Let's be
foot
real
girth,
here.
you say?
I swear I'm telling the truth.
1 foot girth, you say? Oh my god.
That's right.
Okay, listen. No one touched that thing. All right.
As my hands on it.
I turned my
Oh,
back.
right.
Yeah, you're fine because he pointed a gun at me.
Right? Yeah. You touch it all you want.
You're good. But you two, listen. Don't touch that worm because that thing is what bit the pilot. That took him 4 days of excruciating pain to turn him in to the statue that we see.
I'm so glad that I've done these expeditions before, so I'm not feeling the effects of altitude sickness. You clearly are losing your minds up here.
I really wanted him to
What are you
pass.
talking about?
I'm clearly not feeling.
You're losing your mind.
You saw the camel. It was mostly turned into stone. It was not dead yet.
That
That's-
is easier to explain than just appearing on a mountaintop. But still,
None of this is explainable. None of this is exclamable words.
That camel was on day 2. Okay,
Maybe 3.
maybe 3.
Let's just keep following the blood.
You first. But yeah.
All right.
So you turn the corner
And
and
I'm looking for worms.
you don't see or hear anything more. You turn the corner and there is an old-timey train car. The whole car of a train. And the
How
blood.
old-timey is old-timey in 1925?
Steam engine.
Probably from the 1800s.
Okay.
It's an old. It's definitely old.
Hey, Doc. I see an old-timey car from a train.
Yes.
It's very old-timey. More so than I am right now.
The door of it is shut, and there's like a bloody handprint on the door.
So
The blood leads here.
I can explain a statue and a plane and some kitchen parts in the Andes. Maybe even a camel.
Well, start,
Maybe even a camel.
I'd love to hear that explanation.
Maybe transporting some
And it
goods.
was not. It
But
was
not a
It
train.
was not a kitchen parts. It was the kitchen lifted out as if it were a dollhouse's kitchen and placed somewhere else.
That's what I thought.
Except that
There's
that was
a
the
chance
kitchen.
that the plane was transporting an
Except-
identical kitchen. I don't know.
The plane would have been too small.
Clearly, now that it had a train.
kitchen of the future.
You say I'm going insane.
The showroom.
Your denial of what is in front of us will not help the situation.
I don't know if it's my denial, dear, but when you have more money than God, you can make a lot of things happen.
Well, apparently
This
not out
train
here.
is not feasible.
I don't think God has money. I think money is a man-made
I
construct.
think I am God.
I also second that.
I like how your hands went up out of reflex.
I forgot. Just thinking about
I've been held up for so long.
Ah, the fool says in his heart there is no God. Go on.
I am a millionaire in the 1920s. I'm practically God.
That's fair.
But not out here, you're not. Out here, money doesn't matter.
I will make anybody else a God who gets me back home safely.
We should talk.
Sure, once you figure out
I think
where
we
we
all gotta
are.
get back
Just
home
like that.
safely.
I'm sorry, I'm the warmest one here. I think I've got the best chance of us surviving.
Yes.
I kinda look
Why
like-
are you the warmest one here?
Because no one else wanted the pocket warmer.
Point taken.
Okay, right, she has my gun. I put it back.
Yeah. If you really want to get shot with your own gun.
Hold on.
Well, the inner lining of the suit is made of snow leopard from Kuala Lumpur, so I'm pretty well insulated myself.
There are only 3 left.
Yeah. The other two are in my habitat when this runs out. When I wear this down.
I don't know what any of that means.
Are you gonna mate them? And
Well, what now?
He's rich enough to import anything he wants from wherever
seems
he
pretty
wants.
valuable.
So the train car.
Yes, please.
Oh, right, that's what we're looking at.
Please tell us about this train
Thanks for
car.
tuning in, guys.
The train car has a bloody handprint on the door, and the
that-
door is like shut.
Is that your father's handprint?
Why would I know that?
He's your father.
Dust the blood for fingerprints.
I do.
I mean, my father has average size.
I open my dick bag and bring out a fingerprint.
My father has hands about the same size as any of yours, so it could have been his. It could have been any of the other three people. It could be someone that we don't know is here.
Huh.
It is a man's hand, though, for what that's worth.
It is a man's hand. That is
Does the blood continue elsewhere?
So it goes up to the door.
And that's it. It just stops there.
Well, you have
No
a
body.
door.
No. All right. All right. Let's open the door, shall we?
Go right ahead.
I do.
So inside is another dead body, another member of the expedition, the Asian member of the expedition.
Who's this?
I asking. Oh, dang it.
The name was Wuhan.
The name, if I think I remember correctly, thank you, was Wuhan.
I'm going to go examine the
He was a
body.
mountaineer.
He seemed to be very infatuated with mountains, so I think he was a mountaineer. That's what I remember about him. Me personally, because I knew him. He was great.
You know an awful lot about these guys.
I knew
He
about
bled
him.
to death.
Is it a lot of
from
small wounds again?
Yeah, it looks like maybe a straight razor might be the weapon of death. But no rolls needed. He also used his blood to write on the wall, "Thomas Fell killed me."
It looks like Thomas.
Gentlemen.
It looks like Thomas felled him.
I slightly chuckle with a tear.
If I told you how many times I heard jokes of that nature in school,
You'd fall down laughing. I could say you fell.
Everybody make me a spot hidden roll.
Nice.
fuck me.
It is a 91.
That is
Whoa.
an 80.
4.
All right, so he is not dressed.
Oh, I'm sorry, 61.
Right.
Makes no
He's
difference.
not dressed for any of this land. He's like, he's dressed like they are, basically. He's wearing,
Interesting.
normal clothes. And he doesn't have any equipment. He doesn't have a backpack or a canteen or anything like that. But what you
Which makes sense because we found the tickets.
but what you definitely notice with your roll is that this body has been searched. Like when you like start to like open it look for a wallet or something, it's like half out of his pocket and stuff like that. This body has been searched.
Oh God.
What?
Whoever killed this man.
Thomas.
Searched. Well, I mean, I'm sure there must have been good reason, or this guy hated Thomas. Or
Turns out your father was a murderer.
Possibly.
And a thief.
Maybe. Who knows?
These are somewhat extraordinary circumstances. Murderer might be a little strong.
He's definitely a thief.
If
Until we
anything-
find otherwise.
I have no comment on that.
If anything, he's definitely fallen from grace.
Started to chuckle again.
Looking right at you.
You need to do the David Caruso. Fallen from grace.
Revert.
That's a throwback. Well then,
Go on.
looks like the body was searched, is what you said.
Yeah, that's what I can tell as a writer.
All right then, Ryda, what's the next part of the story?
I am kind of figuring that out myself.
Is there any sort of a trail that leads any other direction? Like,
Yeah.
So this you can continue on this path. Sort of, it seems like you're
didn't
you're
mean something
taking
there.
one side around the plateau. You're sort of walking along the edge of the plateau. You started over here and you're kind of coming around the edge. There were various paths that go more into the plateau. You're kind of
on the,
edging along
on the
the
outside,
side.
outskirts.
Further in then.
You're in the train car. Everybody make me a spot hidden roll.
Ooh.
Yes, because that's worked so well for me before.
Nice.
He didn't.
I got
6.
Nope.
Just fail.
23.
Everybody who made it, so just you? Okay. So they're all looking at the body, and you're kind of looking around. Maybe there's some, I don't know, maybe there's something in here. And you look out a window, and you see a gray tube of some sort clearly exit a stone wall and go into another stone wall.
Is it about is it about a foot in girth?
I will never say that word. Make me a sanity roll.
You heard it here, guys. You will never say girth.
I will hold you
Nice.
to that on our campaign.
Absolute 0.
Right?
Oh man, wait, that's terrible because they're called D100s for a reason.
Dude.
You rolled
You rolled 100 on a sanity roll. Wow. Okay. So for the second time
Don't die.
tonight, you're gonna lose 6 sanity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still a lot better than you guys.
I know.
Yeah, he started at
Second time
72.
tonight,
But losing
you're
that much-
temporarily insane. I'm gonna give you 2 choices.
But losing
You
that much that
decide.
fast, yeah.
Either you are fascinated by this creature and want to do everything you can to go to it, or you are terrified by this creature and you want to get as far away from it as possible. Your choice.
Eyes roll back in my head.
Guns on him now.
And then I just like book it towards the creature.
All right, so he tears open the door to the train and runs out.
Well, we'll never see him again.
We best follow him.
Wait, my money!
Wait, his money.
Money is how
I'm going to follow after him.
All right.
I will follow at a safe
So-
distance.
He is running full speed, which luckily for you is not, he's
There's snow.
He's rich. He doesn't do shit.
Yeah, he's rich. Yeah,
Like, how deep is the
we
snow
haven't
that
gotten
we're...
to the point where rich people do cardio yet. So,
True.
he smokes cigars and
Drank cognac.
he has that second helping.
I'm used to running PI and all that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm
So,
a runner today.
but he's running as fast as he can.
Oh, goodness.
And with no abandon, he runs up to the wall, to the rock, and he's just like, "What are you trying?" Yeah, he's just like chancing it the whole.
It's the mine.
Finally got you.
Thomas!
What do you got there?
I believe I saw a girthy worm.
I grab it by the shirt.
Give me those back. Give me those back. Every time you say that word,
Girthy worm or girth? We have to specify
You
there.
have to be very specific with us.
That's right.
I was about to say.
Was it about 3 feet by
you guys
1
followed?
foot?
Yeah, I did follow.
Okay. Yeah.
At a distance, yes.
All right, everyone who's here, make me a luck roll.
Everybody, including me?
Yes.
Oh no.
Woo!
Nope.
That'll be a 56.
21.
63.
58.
So how much did you miss it by? By 40, about?
Yeah, just under.
Yeah. How much did you miss it by? I like making him do math. It's funny.
36.
36. All right. So
I can do math quick.
everybody, like, it's one of those weird like everything stops moments.
I made it though.
Well, yeah. So
Congratulations.
you have the greatest sight you have ever seen.
Wait, he's insane.
Yes. As behind you, you know with certainty that worm thing is behind you. And you turn around just in time to see it head right at you. And at the last second, it stops and then strikes him.
Can I shoot it?
You can make a dodge roll.
Oh, okay. A dex, I imagine?
Dodge is is a skill.
Dodge is-
Not that it's
half
going to
your
matter
roll.
with a 76.
Can I inspiration this?
Sure.
Yes. Yep, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Now you can have it back.
There it is.
So
Yes,
roll
you can have it
the.
back now.
Say girth when we give him.
57.
So dodge is
Still
under the
not good.
D's there. No, you didn't make it.
Well, I mean, it's 57. I've got nothing over a 42. So, let's see. Yeah, that's 31.
All right. So you try and dodge out of the way. You are bitten by this worm. You take 1 point of damage.
I have health?
Yeah,
Yes.
you have hit points.
It's
Hit points
here.
is the.
Ah,
So you have 9 hit points.
got
You
it.
take 1 point of damage, and that's all that happens. And so the worm looks at you, and
I still want to shoot it.
Well, yeah, but
And it's zipping away. You can roll a handgun. Yeah, roll.
Yeah.
No.
Did your gun just blow up?
95.
Oh man,
was a
your gun
95.
almost jams. So unsurprisingly, bardic inspiration. What are you gonna sing a song?
Well, if you know, I was gonna shoot him, and I'm like, what do I pay you for?
I love bardic
so-
inspiration. One of my favorite
so
things.
unsurprisingly, just being bit by something makes it a lot harder to shoot it. So you just shoot straight up in the air, and it's gone. There's no sign of it. This was glorious. You've seen this amazing creature that is priceless.
Yeah.
If you could bring this sell this to a zoo. I was thinking, but
Did I see all this happen?
yeah, you saw, and the weird part was again, it went for him, and then turned at the last second.
Amazing. I inspect his arm.
All right, yeah, he goes up to your wound.
Stop.
Get away from me, see?
So
No.
Duck, come
I
here.
promise you that when you turn into a statue, you will have premier space.
I won't be turning into
In my
a
library.
statue.
Listen, he's got 4 days, so I'm sure we can fix it. I'm sure we can do something.
Let me have a look.
Have a look at it.
I would pay a good amount for your
So the wound is already turning to stone.
You there.
Come on, man.
I have bad news.
Doc, can I have my gun back,
Give
please?
me the stone, see?
What stone?
Gun.
Don't give it to him.
Do you want me to look at your wound or not?
I'm already dead. So,
You're dead 4 days from now.
give me the stone.
I don't know if that's...
Give me the stone.
Doc, can I have the gun back, please?
I just gave it to
Oh,
you.
you did?
was
It's on the ground. I was going to say it's on the ground. Or something.
Grab it.
I'm very afraid.
Fair enough.
I'm going to reach down and grab the gun. Don't
You're
worry.
not gonna do that.
Don't worry.
Don't
I'm gonna fire right above his head.
All right, roll. Make a luck roll.
Oh, nice.
Right in my eye.
84.
All right, it's not bad enough that he would shoot you,
Okay.
but that was closer than you'd like.
Okay.
Don't even think about it, Sonny.
All right. Okay, cool.
The stone.
I have to say, this has turned out to be a very entertaining adventure.
I will shoot
Nobody
you.
asked you.
I would like to work with you in the future if I survive. And I'm pulling out the stone while I say that. And
Nice and easy now.
Fine.
Nice and easy.
listen, I don't know if this is gonna help because the guy in the pilot just. Oh, you're the worst. Why did I hire you?
That might
Now
not.
back up.
Fine, yeah.
Now back up.
Dick.
See?
If I'm a foot
So
away,
you are
what's the
warm.
difference?
You don't feel
I
any of
put
the
that in my
cold,
pocket. So
But when
this is
you
what's
when
been
you when
warming
you when you hold it, your arm where you were bit like shivers. It tingles.
I don't think that will help. It may
I
have.
don't think you know much about this, Doc.
I saw it look at him.
So why don't you shut your pretty little mouth?
The opinions of
10-minute disclaimer.
I go up and I grab the gun and I put it into my pocket. At 22.
next week we'll be live streaming an HR session.
That's only if I make a complaint.
That's right.
Here's what jokes we can make.
Did the clothes on the other statue also turn to statue?
Also turn to
Stone.
yeah.
Those are good clothes.
So I'm gonna back up from them.
So your back's against the wall now, which
right,
is
I'm gonna-
maybe where you don't want it to be.
Take the gun here and point it. Grab the stone and try and put it on the wound and see what happens.
Ooh.
I hate it when he does that.
Okay.
I love it.
So, your arm feels better. It feels warm. It feels alive, and it stops the bleeding, and you feel like the blood is going into the stone.
Into the stone.
Yeah.
Can I see?
Your wound is not like there was blood coming out of his arm, but as soon as he puts it there, the flow of blood.
I'm not
stops.
going to touch.
You have nothing to worry
I'm not
about
going
from
to-
me, good fellow. I'm going to
oh,
retrieve
oh.
the stone from your corpse in 4 days.
Unless my clothes turn to stone too.
I know. Finagle.
I need a chisel.
That's right.
This is a medical fascination I would like to see, please.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you know. It tingles like cool mint breeze.
Like 5 gum.
They don't sponsor us. Don't mention.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But get at us, Vodka.
Give us free stuff. Don't kill us.
That is 5 gum.
Yeah.
Here they come.
That's the commercial completely.
Jackbooted thugs are after us. Anything helping? Is the stone going away from me? Is it
The
still...
stone is not going away. It feels better, and
Has-
there's no blood coming out anymore.
Has anything changed?
It stopped the bleeding,
The motorcycle stopped.
and it feels
Christ.
better.
What's a motor?
May I have a look?
Oh,
I take the stone off.
Okay, so once he takes it off, as he's taking it off, you see a little bit of blood, like almost like a sponge. Like you see the rock, a little bit of blood just goes.
What on earth was that?
I
Amazing.
don't know.
Stopped the bleeding, and it took all my blood.
If that thing's alive.
can I have
You there?
pocket on my back?
I don't
Yeah, you're
think
really
so,
cold all of a
Sonny.
sudden.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
you are really cold all of a
I
sudden.
don't think so, Sonny.
Okay.
You're all acutely aware, especially you now, that your back is against the rock that
Yeah.
thing came out of.
Yeah.
We might want to move somewhere else.
Makes no difference to me. I'm already dead.
Has the stone around the bite? You said that after he that,
So
that
it
after
was
he got
already
bitten.
stone, and it still is.
Okay.
I guess we gotta keep moving.
Maybe we can find a solution in time.
I'm holding on to this for now. Put it in my pocket.
Can I have the gun back, maybe?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
Your gun's at your feet.
No, I picked it up.
you
I told him
picked
to
it
back
up.
up, and
Oh,
I picked it
nice.
up. It's in my pocket.
Tell
I
me
pay
not to pick it up.
He now has 2 of the 3 guns that are on this mountain.
That's right.
Awesome.
Don't remind me.
I pointed at him.
Yes, please.
You there?
Yes.
Put the gun down. Take it out of your pocket. Put it on the ground.
Paranoid.
Don't quite like it.
My good sir, when you've got as much money as I have, this isn't
Right next to his ear.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh!
That's great.
Make me a luck roll.
No.
Both of you make me a luck
All right.
Oh, goodness.
Did you miss? Back close?
Nice.
77.
40.
roll. All right. So you're starting to figure out that this thing is attracted to noises. It can't see. So it comes out of the wall, it looks at you, and it dips away. You 3 give me dodge rolls.
Oh.
Give me something good. Advantage.
No. Oh, no.
Advantage. Can I take advantage? I'm going to take advantage.
No!
Two people take advantage.
There's only one!
No, there's 2. We can advantage each other. Yes. Yes.
I hate you both!
I'll do it.
I hate you both! Oh my god!
What'd you roll? 85?
It's a 71 on the dodge.
I got 85 on a dodge, you fuck! I got 85 on a dodge. I tried!
78.
It's a 74 I wasted.
All right.
You both wasted them! We're all dead!
Any of you make the dodge roll.
No!
We have 4 days, everybody.
Okay, so
We're all dead.
This is a great game, guys. This is a great game.
somehow, God, what does this even look like cinematically? So you
Depressing?
shoot right next to his head, and as soon as you do that, the worm comes out, slithers around your neck, and then bites you, and bites you. Just like in an instant, it's just like zap, 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 and it's gone.
I don't get a chance to try and shoot it as it's like trying to leave.
Sure, take a shot.
Yeah, I'll take a
You
shot.
shoot again. As he.
City 6.
All right? Blam! The
Yeah.
same noise. The worm comes back out, but this time you're all sort of right. It's
So I've been
clear-
waiting for him, knowing that he's attracted to sound.
It's gone so well before.
Yeah.
But the thing you notice is that it doesn't bite people it's already bitten. So it comes out and it just passes through.
Just sort of
And
passes
as
over.
he does that, he points it. I grab his gun, I pull mine out, and I shoot him in the kneecap. Boom.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
This is Quentin Tarantino.
Roll me double your handgun skill.
What does that mean?
So look
Yeah.
down on the bottom are your attacks.
Yep.
So your handgun skill under regular, because you're kneecapping him, you've got a
Okay.
32 normally.
Yep.
So you're gonna have a 64.
Okay.
Basically, this is an easier shot.
Wow.
All right. Woo! That is
Wow.
a 10.
Damn!
Oh man. Okay, so first your damage is 1d10.
Did you not give me a 10. Oh, I'll just use this.
Yeah, you can.
No, I'm an idiot.
Why do you have a D12?
I just got a
He just
bag
has
of
all the dice.
He wants to play a barbarian.
He's very ambitious.
I know D&D. All right, roll the 10.
That's a 9!
Good lord.
I die.
Wow.
I have 8 health.
Okay, so here's what happens. You grab his arm, you blow his leg off.
Jesus Christ.
We'll get to you in a second. You're dead. That character's dead.
I didn't get to do anything to him.
Well, what do you want to do?
No!
I want to shoot him
No,
too.
I've got his arm!
So
You have a second gun, though.
I do.
But you're on.
As I'm sitting there dying because it's my leg.
right, yeah, that's
I
right.
want to
Yeah.
shoot the
Sure,
out of this
sure.
guy.
Make me.
Blam, blam, blam. motherfucker.
Can I try to throw a tourniquet on him?
Yeah, that's 93.
All right, so unsurprisingly, you can, yes.
Okay.
Unsurprisingly, he doesn't blow your leg off, but you have shot his leg very significantly.
You're not leaving this mountain.
No, well, apparently none of you are.
Probably not.
Well, we've got 4 days, so let's look it up.
You've got 4 days because I'm going to fight him and his pocket for that stone.
Yeah, sure. He's not. He's struggling with his bleeding right now.
That's right,
And
I'm-
she is tourniqueting you. So make me a medicine roll.
That's my first aid.
No, there's a medicine skill.
Rich guy always
You're dealing
wins.
with.
Well, I would imagine first aid would be more useful because that's immediate, like.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Because if it's first aid, then I got
Okay, yeah.
a hard
so
success.
yeah, you have. Oh, all right, a hard success.
Yes.
All right, so you're stabilized. You're not in a good way. You have one hit point essentially, and
You fucking shot me, you
you're freezing
bastard.
cold again.
That's gone.
Yeah, he took your gun.
You didn't take my gun.
You did while you were.
Getting
You dropped
tourniqueted.
your gun.
the
when
gun,
you-
and, the gun and the
I pull out the
stone.
second
Yeah,
one.
you pull out the second one.
And I shoot him.
Wait, which one did you shoot me with?
22
Okay.
millimeters.
Yeah, shoot
All right,
again.
for me.
So this is a 22. So roll.
Yes!
53.
All right, blam. You then take the gun away from him.
Hey, he's right next
Just
to me. I
give
don't
me
get to
all of the
double my
goddamn
shit.
guns.
You're losing blood and you're cold.
You are in
and-
bad.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. He's right in front of me.
Give me all of the
Point
guns
range.
right now.
Bollocks. That's bollocks.
All
have
right,
any of the
so you have stabilized him. You are all going to hell in a handbasket.
Very quickly.
And you hear a voice like over all this going, is someone there?
I'm screaming. I'm
I'm just
You fucking shot me!
just gonna like shove my hand over.
You bastard!
I'm just gonna like shove my hand over his
I
mouth.
can't hear a thing. I got like tinnitus.
So someone's like you hear a male
Who's
voice.
there?
It's not your dad.
Okay.
You hear a male voice going, is someone there?
Who's there?
I can't move.
Where are you?
I'm. Who are you?
I'm Wilhelmina Fell.
Fell?
Yes.
Are you? Do you know Thomas Fell?
He's my father.
The hell are you doing here?
The hell are you doing here?
I got sucked through a rock.
We got transported via a rock, as far as I can tell.
Your father's crazy. He killed 2 men.
Stars and stones. Okay, you sit tight. Give me the gun. Okay, so I have.
What am I gonna do?
Huh?
Is she the only
So
one
what
that's
else?
No,
am
you
I
can
gonna
hear it
do?
too. You can all hear this voice.
Let's go find this person.
Okay, Thomas probably can't be that bad. Maybe we shouldn't trust this voice.
I don't know. This is my father.
Yeah, she
And I
would know the
don't
voice
know.
of Thomas. Yeah, this is not.
Well, this isn't my
yeah,
father
trust her, I'm
speaking.
defending.
This isn't my father speaking, and this is the second time that we've heard that he's gone insane and killed people. Given what we've seen recently,
Oh, you're looking at me. I'm sitting there like.
I completely believe that something about this place drives people insane.
Can't believe I had him.
You
Let's-
were responsible for this man. You brought him into this situation.
Only
I
one
can
instance.
kill-
Let's go find this
You're the one
person.
who shot
Can
me, you
I?
asshole?
And I'm the one who saved your life, so calm down.
As far as I can tell, you're all dead.
Yes, probably because you went shooting the gun off.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, yes, you all took 1 point of damage from the bite.
All right.
Thank you.
And you feel, you can already see a little bit of gray where it bit you.
Can I heal my bite with the rock that I now
all right,
possess?
you
Oh my
hold the
God.
rock up to the blood,
Yes.
and the blood gets sucked into it,
Yeah.
and a crack appears in the rock.
Is it too late to say that rock looks like an egg?
Oh, man. 9:20, it's too early to kill somebody, but that would be a perfect moment.
Are you serious? I'm already dead. You're not dead yet.
You're not dead. You're
All
not
right,
dead yet.
This is too cinematic. So she says, is it too early to point out that looks like a rock? And as it says that, the stone cracks open, and one of those worms just goes right into your face.
What's my recourse? Can I try to heal or dodge or something?
Sure, you can make. I'll give you a choice. You can make a dodge roll to try and not have it eat your face off. You can try and make a strength roll to remove it once it is doing that. Your choice, whichever you'd prefer.
I think I'm going to try the strength roll.
Okay, so this is going to be an opposed roll. So I'm going to roll.
What?
And you're gonna roll,
Okay.
and whichever one of us gets the better success.
I kind of want to try the dodge then.
I love that he didn't tell you that.
Yeah, it's late now.
Too late.
If you want to do it, you can do the dodge roll instead, but you probably have a much less chance with dodge.
But I'm rolling against you. I'm rolling against whatever you have there.
You're rolling, and I'm behind the screen, so who knows? I'm rolling metal dice.
He's unstoppable.
Wait, you didn't already
Metal
roll?
dice.
I forgot them. Go.
This is why I leave my dice in my car.
The opposed roll. I'll roll outside even, just for you.
Hey, there we go.
I roll dodge.
I roll a 70. Oh, you're rolling dodge now. You think?
No, come on, man. What do you mean?
5, so you make it.
Yeah.
So it lashes out there. Somehow, you out of nowhere gain terrifying dexterity, and it lashes onto your shoulder.
It still gets me.
It still gets you.
I shoot him in the balls.
You don't have a gun.
I point my finger at his balls and go bang, bang, bang.
You phantom kick him with what's left of your. So now
It really has gone bad.
That's right.
the worm is burrowing into you.
This is Call of Cthulhu, man. Shit goes sideways.
Can I go?
Can I pull it out? Do I have to roll the strength?
You want to
pull
try
it out?
Yeah,
I will run to go help him to pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna help him get it.
So can we both roll?
Yeah. All right. So you
No.
both make a strength roll.
I made it.
40.
That's 11.
Oh,
Yes!
nice.
Yeah.
57.
All right.
Yeah.
So
that's actually an extreme success because his extreme success is 11.
you take.
Wow.
Sweet. It is excruciating having this thing pulled out of your shoulder.
I put my foot on your chest. I got you, buddy.
Well, you're earning that paycheck.
You take 7 points of
7?
damage from this thing
For a
being-
shoulder?
From it. Well,
Do you know how many arteries are in the shoulder?
much of your
I
shoulder
don't.
is no longer in your shoulder. So as he pulls it out, it's a much smaller one, but you see that this is essentially a tube of rock with just rows of shark teeth.
Ha!
And
Chuck it and throw it.
I was gonna say
That was too cinematic.
Still loses health,
Okay.
right?
yeah, you
took
lose
my-
70 points.
I-
All right, you go like
I'm
this,
down to 3.
and the stone cracks and crumbles. So you just go bam, and it breaks.
So wait, the
little baby
creature
thing?
The baby thing broke.
Yeah, the creature I pulled out
Yeah.
of him just
Yeah.
Just shattered?
shattered.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I thought the rock that he hit it against shattered.
No.
Fel, Wilhelmina, young one, please. Can you do something here?
Young one.
Welcome.
I think we're about the same age.
You'll get your pay, sir.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna go have a look.
These wounds, you have no idea how to handle a wound that is turning into stone.
Yeah, the best I could do.
The
The best I could do is stop the bleeding.
and
alcohol.
Yeah.
his whole left shoulder is stone. You can't. Your arm is moving like
Is he still bleeding?
no.
Yeah, there's nothing. I'm sorry.
I'm tempted to rip it off and beat you with it.
That's awesome.
We're all dead.
We are all dead.
So he says that, and the guy around goes, "Hey, it's cool. You don't need to come over here. I'm good."
I'm gonna go have a look, see if I can find this person.
So a short ways away, there is another one of the guys from the picture, and he is stone from the waist down.
Oh, man.
Please kill me.
All right.
Wait, what?
So there is no cure.
What do you think we can do about this?
I mean, I don't know. Find Fel. He has the stone to go home.
Will home save us? Because I'm bit as well.
Oh no.
Yes, we're all bit. We're all dead. So if my father has the stone that will cure us, then great. Otherwise, well, there's enough bullets for all of us.
I mean, and then you hear a familiar voice saying, "Oh, it'll cure you." And your father comes into the clearing. He's wild-eyed. He's totally unkempt. He has one of the eggs in his hand, and he has a shotgun.
Father.
Mina, it's so nice to see you.
I wish I could say the same. What are you doing with that rock? What are you doing with the shotgun?
I'm gonna bring these back.
What are they?
They're a perfect life form.
You were supposed to bring it back for me, you scoundrel.
Your perfect life form has bit me, Father. And I am turning into stone, much as your comrades did. Or are.
The comrades he didn't kill.
They didn't understand.
What didn't they understand?
They didn't understand why we need to bring these back.
Why do we need to bring them back? Explain it to me.
Because they're a perfect life form.
Because I paid you to bring them back.
Sure, let's go with that, because he paid me to bring them back.
Now cue
Look,
me, and let's go back.
I can take you back. I can take you back. I've got the stone that'll return us.
Deal.
All it needs is
Don't
blood.
listen to him, Thomas. He's got blood enough for all of us.
That voice in the distance of the bleeding guy we left behind.
Yeah, he hobbles in as he says that. Yeah, there's another blood trail.
That's right.
Father, why did you kill your comrades?
They didn't understand.
I understand you, Thomas. I understand you just
Is
fine.
this
We
the
should bring it
same
back.
man?
Yes.
Listen, this is
Don't listen to them.
just a misunderstood man. Thomas, it's completely fine, right?
It's better than fine.
right?
I finally understand. You see, all the things you were talking about before. All the crazy stuff you said isn't crazy. I get it.
See? Do you want to? We can go back.
I
should go back,
understand
Thomas.
too,
You and me,
Thomas.
see? They don't agree.
But I'm the reason you're here, the reason you found the stone.
No. The Stellae are the reason I'm here. Look, if we go to the shrine, I can take you all back.
The shrine?
All we have to do is go to the shrine. There are hundreds of these.
How do you operate the shrine? Do you just touch it?
So, I have a rock that, when I connect with the Stellae, I can travel between them. And this is the only one that I've figured out how to get to. But I'm sure that if I just can have some time to study it and they can teach me, I can learn how to travel across the world.
You telling me they speak to you?
Yes,
What do they say?
they hunger.
For blood.
Yes.
And you want to take them into
Yes.
city?
This guy wants to die, and I point to his compatriot.
Oh. It's regrettable that there are some consequences, but it's a perfect life form.
In exchange for turning all humans into stone, Father.
Mina, I'm so sorry. I know I wasn't always there for you, but this is...
Thomas.
You traded
Listen to me, Thomas.
You traded your daughter for a perfect life form?
Everyone has a price, dear.
I traded my... make me a psychology roll.
12.
Oh,
That is-
Wow.
damn it.
Nice.
Yeah, that is a
Nice.
hard
So-
success.
So when you say that to him, he starts crying. When you say you traded your daughter for this, he starts crying, and the shotgun is definitely like lowered as he's like that it's like you punched him.
Can I inch closer and closer to Thomas?
He does not notice.
Okay, I just want to tell, okay, buddy, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's been like
He's been poleaxed.
he needs time to get over the emotional wound he just took. What are you trying to do?
I want to calm Thomas down and get closer to him and gently grab the shotgun out of his hand.
Okay, make a psychology roll.
All right. It's an 88.
All right, so
Only we had inspiration.
You,
If only.
If only we had inspiration.
pardon me, could you spare 500 bits?
We'll wait.
No.
for going.
Until next week.
So you manage to get close to him, but when you start to reach, he thinks you're reaching for the egg.
Steady.
And
Thomas.
so the shotgun comes up and he clutches the egg to his chest.
Listen to
Okay,
me,
buddy.
Thomas. I paid you to come here and find these things. I can build you a lab to study these in a safe environment where it doesn't endanger people.
They want to study us. They want to understand us.
Where do they come from?
It's all the
Thomas?
same, Thomas.
They
Just
come
get
from
us
the
back.
center of the earth.
Is that right?
There are millions of them. And at the shrine, somehow one of the Stellae teleported a bunch of their eggs. These are just the young, but if we give them time, they can bring the rest from the surface. We can
How big
see-
do they get, Thomas?
Well, they say that there are elder worms that are hundreds of feet long.
How girthy
They're
are they?
beautiful.
I was,
I hate that word.
I saved his life, please don't.
Look, let's just go to the shrine. I'm going to give you what you want. We're going to go back.
Works for me.
And maybe I can figure out a way. I'll ask them how to fix the wounds.
What if they don't want to?
Well, they've done lots of things for me. They've been very friendly.
What have they done?
He will ask them. We should go.
What have they done?
I'll show you what they've done. Hold on. And he whistles. And he whistles like it's like tuneless. It's a weird sound. And two worms come out of the wall. And they sort of twine around him. And he holds out the egg. And one of them disappears into the egg. And then the writing appears around the side. He says, "They taught me their language."
What does it say?
These are instructions on how to birth the egg.
Well, you just put blood in them.
Yes!
We figured that out somewhat by accident.
Experimentation. It's a beautiful thing.
Thomas, this is amazing. I've
Yes!
hired a writer to take all these notes down for you so we can get further knowledge and they can study us. It'd be like was it study abroad or tech exchange
abroad.
or
Center of the
something?
earth.
Yeah.
I'm an exchange student with worms.
Yeah.
Father, we can't take them into a civilized population.
Oh, poppycock. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
We cannot take them into the
course we
center
can.
of it if it's going to turn everyone and everything into stone.
They've been around millennia longer than us.
We can
We're here
negotiate
now.
this back at the house.
Can we negotiate with them?
Of course.
Can we negotiate not biting people?
Well, I mean, everybody needs food.
They need blood, see?
There's ways to square this. We have inmates on death row. This is logistics.
Yes.
Get us back to the house, Thomas. Let's go to the shrine.
I was gonna say sheep, but okay.
Let's go to the
I was going to say blood donation. But
All right, come with me to the shrine.
all right, let's see.
I don't move so good these days, Thomas.
I'll give you a shoulder.
Hold on. And he whistles again. And he the worm comes out of the egg and he looks at it intently. Both worms head towards you.
What are you doing to me, Thomas?
They're gonna help you. They're gonna help you. The worms, it almost looks like they're vomiting. Like this weird gray material comes out of their mouths and it coats your knee all the way down your leg and you don't feel any pain there anymore.
Wow.
Did they just turn your leg to stone?
I look down.
Possibly.
Can I move it? Can I
Yeah,
move it?
yeah.
How's it
It
feel?
moves just fine.
Do you have feelings?
It's fine, just fine.
You have no feeling in it.
I can't feel it, but it moves.
Thomas.
And I imagine
About my shoulder.
no feeling is better than that pain.
Well, your shoulder's already been healed. You don't feel any pain there.
It's turning
Oh.
to stone.
It's just
Thomas.
stone.
It's just stone, but can I move it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What about the stone? I don't want to die, Thomas.
Oh, well, I mean, that is an unfortunate side effect.
You can't heal my stone?
But here's the good thing.
I thought you said they could
You
heal
don't
us,
need
Thomas.
food. You don't need water.
Will I be
can't
alive, but just
can't
in stone form?
move.
Well,
have 4
I'm not
days.
sure about that. That's an interesting question.
We found the pilot, who was
Oh,
turned,
oh yeah, I saw that. The French guy. He's been here a while.
who's been turned completely to stone and cannot move. So what is the point of being alive if you're stuck in one place forever?
Well, you know, it's not a perfect plan.
Sounds like where I'm in life now.
Mood.
But look, let's just go to the shrine. We can go to the shrine, and I'm sure once we get to the house, is the house okay?
Well, there's pieces
Is
of
the
it.
house okay, Thomas?
There are pieces of it missing.
Some of it on the mountain.
The kitchen has been replaced with a tree and stones.
So the stelae is. I'm still not totally sure what to do with the stelae.
that took over the room where the water heater was.
Yeah. I mean, the teleportation is still not 100%. So will you come with me? I need.
Before I go with you, there's one question I have, Thomas, and it's a very important question. I need you to answer it for me. Is my arm? Am I going to turn into a statue? Is there any way to reverse this?
He starts to unbutton his shirt, and he's stone here. But I've found if you have an egg, and it gets blood, you don't die.
How often does it need blood?
I gave one blood. It turned into another worm.
It needs. I mean, that you must have given it a lot of blood.
There was rather a lot of blood. The fact that you are standing is somewhat impressive.
I'm on one leg. Actually, both legs.
Yeah, okay, both legs now.
I mean, as long as they get a fair amount of blood,
Every day?
Yeah.
You don't see the problem with this?
How long has it been feeding on you?
Well, I fed it Farquharson, and then I tried to feed it Wu, but I couldn't find him. Your voice back. You didn't get me, son of a bitch. So I've been giving it just enough to keep me alive. I don't need food. I don't need water. I'm not cold.
How long have you been like this?
I've been here, I want to say 6 days. I've never felt better.
And you sacrifice people for your immortality.
Our immortality.
Sounds
No.
like a symbiotic relationship to me.
Thomas, my immortality.
Sure.
This was my stone. You've taken it
There's
from
hundreds. If we go to the shrine,
me. And you
there's
didn't
hundreds
bring
of
it
them.
back.
I'm game, Thomas. Let's go.
Come on, let's go to the shrine.
What choice do we have? Sit here and turn to stone?
Seems preferable. Go on. Let's go.
I tell him I trust him.
Move them gams.
They
right.
leave, and then I pull Knox aside. And I was like,
I did it.
we get
Up
out of
yours,
here
Dick.
with one of those. I give you Thomas's share, half of Thomas's share. You saw the checkbook. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just low hush toy. We get out of here. We grab an egg.
Fine.
Screw the rest of them.
I want to see if we can help Thomas. But I will help.
I want to see where this goes. There we go.
All right, so
No one overheard.
the
that.
shrine.
Can I do a listen check to
Nope.
see if I heard that?
We're right there next to
We are
us.
pretty
They
close.
said
You
they
walked
waited
away,
until you guys
yeah.
left. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So the shrine is a stone hut made of that same rock material, and inside is like a cathedral wall of the eggs.
Jesus Christ.
And there are just probably, I don't know, there's hundreds of eggs. And in the middle is a stelae that is glowing.
I grab an egg.
This room is super warm, and you think you see a couple worms kind of moving in the walls.
Well, we're relatively safe because we've already been bit.
There you go.
I do want to grab one.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I
you
also
take an
grabbed
egg.
Just like this, Thomas.
That's it. That's it. All it needs is blood.
I don't have a lot of that to spare right now.
Hold on. I'll be right back. He runs out.
I put the egg in my pocket.
All right. Are you taking an egg?
I didn't take an egg yet. I kind of want to run to follow Thomas.
Sure. You follow him?
Ah, shit.
I'm gonna walk around this room and just look at everything.
Yeah, okay.
Before you go, I hand you the gun I took off of him.
So you're armed now. Okay, so he runs over to Becker, who is the guy the
cowboy?
Who is almost paralyzed. He runs over to him and just slits his throat.
Wow.
And he has a bowl.
And I just saw that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just saw him. He's like, it's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
God, no.
Wait, so you say something?
It's not okay, buddy. Yeah. I was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
he was
weren't
talking to the other guy.
You weren't supposed to see that. Don't say anything.
Listen.
Fant Pant, don't say anything.
Listen, I swear on the Fant Pants family name that I won't say anything. I've always been by your side, but this seems a little bit much for you to straight up slit his throat, buddy.
We need the blood.
But do we need these?
That's how we're
words?
gonna live forever.
Do we need to?
I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Come here.
Cool.
He opens his mouth, and a worm comes out.
Freak out.
I'm one of them now.
Oh, buddy. All right. Yeah. No, I'm always through thick and thin, but we should put that away. And I try.
All right. Yeah, the worm goes back in. Let's get back. We have to give them the blood.
Yeah, to help
Here,
them
wait.
survive.
You
right?
hold that bowl. I'm gonna get a second bowl.
Yay. Wait, from who?
The human body has a tremendous amount of blood.
7 liters.
My daughter could tell you all about it.
I didn't know
She's
that.
such a good doctor. Okay, let's go.
It looks like he's seen a good.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
He comes in. He is not good.
Pale.
So he comes in. They each have a bowl full of blood that is
Where'd you,
still warm.
Where'd you get that from, Thomas?
Take a wild guess.
Look, sacrifices have to be made.
Who did you?
That is the battle cry of everyone who has ever fucked anyone over in the world. Sacrifices must be made. Who? Who are these sacrifices, and who makes the decision?
I go
Father?
stand next to Knox. And,
He puts the bowl
what
down.
happened, man?
I have made every sacrifice. I was not there for you as a father because I was off trying to make the money that would allow you to go to medical school. I have
Well done. I put myself through medical school because you were gone.
given everything I have to make sure that you children would live in a better world. And this will be the best world.
A world filled with human statues and taken over by rock worms. That's a better world.
And in the bowl.
All right, yeah. So you feel great.
Yeah.
You feel amazing. You get all your hit points back.
Wait, what happened? You just put your hand in there?
No,
Yeah,
I put the
egg.
the egg.
You put the egg in there,
In the-
and you see the blood like.
Which bowl?
hit steady put
Oh,
down.
cool.
You see the blood like a sponge getting soaked up, and you feel great. You get all your hit points back. His leg is now almost all stone.
Oh, as a result of that.
I mean, you think?
Can he still move it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. All right. That's awesome.
As long as
Seems
you have
pretty
the
good to me,
egg.
guys.
You see, as long as you have the egg. Now, there's just one thing you need to do for immortality.
Go on.
Just one catch. One tiny catch. One
opened-
Faustian deal.
He opens his mouth,
Thomas, no.
and a worm comes out.
And I just shriek.
I gotta eat the egg, you say?
Oh no, it will. You just have to allow it to enter. It's totally up to you. But immortality,
Immortality, huh? Immortality.
it's glorious.
I already feel fine.
I take my and I dip it in your egg. Is that what you
All
saw,
right,
buddy?
So like,
That's not.
so some of the blood like.
Yeah, just like lowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel, jackass?
You're healed.
I feel-
You feel great.
I feel amazing, actually. Someone like me should live forever.
Immortality.
Someone like him shouldn't live forever.
And so, do I just crack it or do I just let him?
So as you do that, it opens and a worm starts to go down your throat.
I do it.
All right.
Boom.
Excruciating pain. It's like it feels like your it feels like your
I'd like to thank the
esophagus is being
Academy.
bitten.
Get it!
It feels like your esophagus is being bitten all the way down because your esophagus is being bitten all the way down.
It's got a girthy worm in it.
Why didn't I kill you?
Warren.
That's what's up. Well done.
amazing.
But
Well
once
done.
it gets somewhere that it can turn around, you're fine. You feel great.
Such power.
See, all it needs
I don't
just
believe it,
blood
Thomas.
every day, and you'll live forever. Think of the gift we could give humanity.
So wait, I gotta kill somebody every day?
I haven't experimented much. I tried the camel, but I couldn't. It didn't have any blood. It was already too far gone. So I haven't tried animal blood. Maybe.
Now, tell me, how was it we get home again?
Oh, I've got a stone. But first, I mean, are you all going to take the gift? I'm giving you a gift. Don't not take my gift.
If I don't put this and allow it to enter me.
Oh, immortality.
You got 3 days.
Immortality, Thomas, is not for everyone. And I take out my gun and I point at the back of his daughter's head. Thomas, I need to know how to get home. I got what I've come for.
What?
Really?
Don't what?
Really?
Why?
Is that what you want to do? Are you sure?
Put that no. Don't point that at Mina.
I just need one simple thing. This is just insurance, Thomas.
Go ahead. I'll die in a few days anyway.
She's already
So
dead.
he's crying again.
Thomas,
My daughter.
keep your wits about you, sir. I can buy you a new daughter. We're gonna live forever, Thomas.
I'm sorry. What?
If you're a rich man, I guess that makes sense.
You're gonna outlive generations now.
I don't understand. I mean, I can't. You're a terrible person.
I hate to do this, Thomas, but you...
So he whistles again,
oh, shit.
and you feel something in your stomach
Okay.
that is really awful, and the worm starts coming out, and it's wrapping around you and like constricting you.
Thomas, I fire off a shot!
All right, roll
Good
percents.
luck.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, you are so dead! 14!
All right, so here's what happens.
Sorry.
This
Amy.
this worm.
Good roll.
Sorry,
Good
Amy.
roll.
We're kind of blowing your ears
Imagine
out.
the audio.
Peek. The worm is around you, crushing you.
Yeah.
And your arm leans out. You fire a shot. Thomas sees where he goes, no! And supernaturally fast
Come on!
jumps in front of the bullet, and his head explodes. His body falls to the ground as you are crushed to death by the worm.
Oh, man.
Your father just died taking a bullet for you.
So not immortality then, huh?
I run to Thomas's body.
All right. What do you?
I kind of want to just. I mean, I guess there's no point in shaking him up awake.
I like that, Thomas, buddy.
Thomas, oh, we got this. You can do this. Pull through it.
His head is gone. Medically speaking, you kind of need that.
There's a little bit of a part of a worm sort of at where his throat would be.
Wow. I pick up his gun.
All right. Yeah, you have a gun.
I have a gun. I want to shoot the worm that's already kind of poking out.
Sure. Yeah. You destroy it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wait, don't make him roll to shoot a worm?
As long as he's not moving.
It's like a regular earthworm.
What's going on over here?
Shock, horror. I just almost died. And then he died, and then my father died, and I need a minute.
You're helping. You're like shaking him. What are you doing?
I'm kind of watching all of this, and I picked
Yeah.
up the gun off of him,
Yeah.
and I look at this, and I look at Thomas. I go, seems a bit crazy, right?
What are you talking? Oh.
Oh. All right. All right. So again, excruciating pain.
I'm gonna reach out and take the gun while he's in
All right. You
excruciating
take the
pain.
gun. But you, at about 30 seconds, you are back and you feel great.
I've never felt better. I'm feeling real good. So, how do we get out of here?
Is this stone?
I'm gonna
Gotta
shoot
do
him
it.
in the head.
Roll a handgun. You have?
I am like point blank.
Yeah. Roll handgun. I'm not sure if you have the skill.
I do. Well,
Okay.
I don't have the skill.
Right. So you have the base 25.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, so you fire a shot, you miss.
I run after her and I want to beat the f- out of her.
All right. So
Like tackle her.
all right, so that is all happening, and that's going to be. We don't need dice rolls. What are you doing?
Well, I wanted to say right before he gets to her, I kind of just make a judgment call, and I'm pulling out my gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to shoot him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go shoot him.
All right. So
I'm running after her.
So
like,
I have
shoot me, will you, sugar lips?
So here's my question. Does our story end with the three of you just killing each other?
I
Or-
mean, I might live.
Well,
That's my hope. That is my best case scenario, that this all stays on this mountain.
what do we see? I like to think about it. Think of it in terms of a story. And so, what's the ending that we're aiming for here? Because I think what we're seeing here is sort of the this fight goes on, and you two. He's now super powerful. Mm-hmm. So.
I'm gonna get the ever-living fuck kicked out of me.
Right. So you two do your best. Can't beat him. He's injured,
Yeah.
but not that. However, in the scuffle, the fight that goes on, the stone, like Thomas's body gets kicked, and the stone rolls off the edge of the mountain.
So I'm finishing with
So
her.
they're gone. Yeah, they're gone.
I finish her and I'm like, how do you fix the blunt trauma?
So you have that
Wait,
moment.
he's dead too?
They're both dying.
He didn't even roll to shoot.
We're telling the
He's got it.
story.
Yeah.
I'll trust you,
So yeah, you have taken care of them. They are bleeding to death, and that's
I
when
want
you
to crush
realize.
his larynx really just kind of.
Sure.
Why did I write you?
You can do whatever you want there, but you have that moment of realization
Where's the stone?
that the stone is gone.
Where's the stone?
And I just sort of, as I'm dying, I'm like laughing, like, you're stuck here.
And I think
Enjoy immortality on the side of a mountain, you bastard!
that's our story.
Nice.
I step on her face. Finish
So
her off.
so that is
Oh my god!
almost none of that is in here. I love where you guys went, and that was awesome.
That was great.
That was big fun. Thank you so much, guys. That was so much fun. I had
What a fun game.
Oh my god!
You guys were awesome.
Fantastic.
I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. I had a great time. I hope you guys had fun.
That was amazing!
That was a movie ending.
Thanks for getting my back on that last
Twilight Zone
bit.
ending. That was great.
That's a little taste of Call of Cthulhu. Not the most typical game. There's usually a lot less shooting each other.
Seriously though, you come along with the Foxy irregulars. What did you expect? We are
believe
one.
now-
we
I
are
wanted
one
to be the only immortal
Now
one.
the Chaos Agents.
Here's the thing. I think Uzo's been dying to kill Remy since So this was like a fantasy. We're all sitting there like playing this game as our characters.
Basically.
Oh man, that
I
would've
try
been
to
perfect.
save everyone, and then I'm just like, fuck
Awesome.
y'all, you're dead.
Alternate universe.
A D&D
Fox
role
Never
play.
Dies.
I suppose that went well.
There are these things called airplanes.
Well, at least we kept you from taking it to the rest of the world. That's a good start.
So, I had a great time.
this
Thanks
is
so much for
amazing.
letting me fill in. For the three people left watching this, exciting announcement. We're going to start a new campaign of Call of Cthulhu on Wednesdays, I've been reminded.
Yes.
Wednesday evenings, I'm going to be running Massive Nyarlathotep for an awesome table. I'm really excited.
I get to be part of this. I'm very excited.
The
I'm very excited to play Call of
The
Cthulhu
super
longer.
exciting part for me, the table's all women, which I think is really cool. I'll be bringing things down, sadly, as the only guy there, but I'll try.
I don't know, man. Based on this session,
Well, thank
damn.
you.
Who's gonna call somebody sugar lips? Come on.
I will have to.
DM will.
That's what they call me.
That's what they call you, sugar lips.
Well, my disguise is very high. I will be a boy at some point,
Yeah.
and sugar
Yeah,
lips
there it
will be said.
So I think for our friends on Twitch, we're going to say goodnight. Thanks so much,
Good
guys,
night.
again.
Thank
That was
you, guys.
awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for your comments and your likes and stuff.